Just realised that I actually had it scheduled for 3:05. So if anyone is wondering why I was 5 minutes late, kind of thought it was a bit of a later start. But that's fine. Doesn't matter. We're here for Port Adelaide v Melbourne. Still using the webcam, unless I can randomly find the cam link. But I didn't really get the time to properly have another search for that. But I know it's somewhere. I wouldn't want to have lost that because that is actually quite expensive. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I wearing this? Well, that's because at 5 p.m, the bidding closes. So if anyone actually wants to bid for this, I'm going to put the link very soon in, and I'll talk about that throughout the stream. So I was actually not meant to keep this. I forgot to give it back to Matty Knight, but he said just whoever wins the auction, just send the Guernsey through. So you get a match worn and also a stream worn Guernsey. I don't know if I should be doing that. Nah, to be honest with you, it makes it more worth it. So I will put the link in for that as well. But if anyone's interested in that, definitely go and have a look. I'll put the link in, and you guys have a chance of actually winning this. It's all for good cause. I don't keep any of the money. It's all for local footy clubs. So I think it's currently at $110. So if you want, there's only one Guernsey with the number 22 on the back as well. Bit oversized, but you know, it's fucking worth it. I'm not sure what it's at now. I think last time I looked at it was $110. So I've had two people bid on it so far. So that's what you want with bidding wars. You don't just want the one person. You want multiple people, because otherwise it's just going to stay at the same price. So yeah, we'll do that. So I also released my Port Adelaide my Bulldogs v St Kilda vlog as well. So you guys can check that out. A bit of a later one, because I wanted to get that one out on the Friday night, or at the very worst Saturday. But I was in Tassie, so I just didn't really have the time to really get into to sorting that one out. But that's all right, because it's out now, so you guys can check it out if you guys want. If I get any more streams, like going to more games with my dad, I might continue miking him up, because I don't know, for those that actually watch that video, it can be quite entertaining. So maybe I'll mic my dad up to make the videos a bit more entertaining, because it's not like it's something many people actually do for the vlogs. Yeah, probably consider that. But let's try and set a like count, sub count of 53.5k, and maybe we could do like an overnight stream if we get a certain amount. I'll get rid of that. I could actually leave that there for those that want to know. But let me put the link to the Guernsey, actually, the auction, if I can find that. Game starts in 6 minutes. So hopefully get some people in the chat. Hopefully the mic's also fine. I haven't even got a Melbourne scarf. Still, in fairness, though, I really have been travelling for the last 2 weeks. So I haven't really gotten the opportunity to get one. I lost my other one. I definitely would have lost it, because I've been searching for a very long time for it and couldn't find it. So, bit shit. G'day, Hench. All right, let's find the link. I'll put the link in. Get you guys involved if you guys want to bid for it. Put a live. Might put the live one on the screen as well, actually, if I can do that, which I think you can. Oh shit! Someone's put another bid on. Holy fuck. All right, let's have a look at this. Chat. This is actually kind of interesting. I hadn't looked at this for a bit of time, but there's a bidding war for my Guernsey right now. You're gonna play? Yeah, I'm playing next week. But look at this. So it's between Rory and Pommy and Oz. Well, if you guys want bid for my just wait, Origin Guernsey here closes. Does Pommy and Oz live in Australia? Yeah, no, it definitely does. Wouldn't. So it's between Pommy and Oz. And why the fuck are there we go. And Rory. All right, we're just going to chuck that up here, and I guess we're going to see if that goes up. Who wins the Guernsey? 5 o'clock it ends. You can bid for other, obviously other Guernseys as well, but if you want a chance, I don't know, if you've got the money or if you want to donate to a good cause, there's the opportunity to do that through the fan vote. So that is pretty cool. Pommy and Oz and Rory are the 2 people currently bidding for that. Yeah, Pommy and Oz wants the Guernsey, apparently. I might do a browser capture. Actually, be probably better off if I did a browser capture, because then if I do that, it won't hide the screen all the time. If someone's smart, they'll just bid. Well, yeah. So I don't know what time the game will be when we get to 5 o'clock, but I'm sure it we'll definitely cover that in the last 5 minutes. So definitely vote for it. I'm currently wearing it. I figure I'll wear it for the first half or the first game, and then we'll stream West Coast v Carlton. So bidding Guernsey. What amount of money should we do for an overnight tonight? Because if we did an overnight stream tonight, which... Playlist guy, cheers for the $1. I will continue saying this, but if you guys want to donate, if you do it via PayPal, I get all of the money and I get it straight away. So it's personally better than Super Chats, but either or really works. It's not that big of a deal, but given that it's a bit handy now, given that the all the money I spent on flights, I can get a help with that. So that's the current bidding leader. So it's Rory's currently leading it. $170. $500 for an overnight. Over the course of the 2 nights, over the 2 streams, and yeah, we could probably do that. Thank you for everyone who suggested goal songs for this game as well for Melbourne and Port Adelaide. We had 2 songs that got multiple votes because people just had any chance of picking random songs, and they were very conflicting songs. So one song is completely different to the other song, which is kind of funny. So yeah, you'll find out what those songs are in a second, but hopefully this is a pretty good game of footy, because the Sunday 3:20 streams don't always do the best, I've noticed, in terms of time slots this season. Last year they were actually weirdly better than the Friday and Thursdays, but this time around the Friday and Thursdays actually are performing better. So it's all, I guess, dependent on when I'm doing these. But I need to hear this, so chuck a bit of audio. And then desktop audio, we can just turn that down a little bit. With the buzz, use every color die. No, well, that's not part of the at all part of the fucking punishment at all. Should be getting the buzz thing next week. So a true day game here at the Adelaide Oval. I've got Gawn as my fantasy captain in this game as well. So looking forward to hopefully seeing him get a big score. And remember, guys, the Div 12 Resi's auction for my Guernsey is currently ending in 1:38. So I'll actually put a timer for the auction ending of that one as well. For those that are interested, that have the money, I guess, because not everyone would have the money. This is a 50-50. Yeah, so I think this game will actually be a really good one. And you never know, you might get a decent one next as well, but I just don't think you will, because historically between West Coast and Carlton, we've been seeing smashings Carlton's way, so we're just hoping that's not the case. Chuck that one there. When are you going to get the bleach buzz? Yeah, we'll need to sort that out for next week, hopefully. Horn Francis back in. Has 3 bounces and steadies and kicks the opener. Oh, he's hit the post. He's hit the post. Good shot, though. I'll need to upload my pie video as well whilst I am currently streaming. So I'll remind me to post that for the UTAS game. But for those that joined my stream last night, are you guys you streaming the Eagles game? Yeah, I was gonna not stream it, but then I gave a bit of footy a last minute message because I didn't have anything set up for it. Didn't have a thumbnail, didn't have anything, just didn't have the time. He helped me with that, so considering the next game will be straight after the end of this one, I won't have the time myself to do it, so I will be doing that. And you guys can vote at halftime for what song you want for Carlton. We do have West Coast song already solidified. But if you were there for last night's stream, let me know if you enjoyed the guest that I got on in Marnie. She runs the Kanga TV YouTube account, all the socials, and she was really good. So, yeah, the guests so far this year have been an overall positive. So the more guests I do, the better. Every time I've gotten a guest on for that retrospective club, we've had a good stream. So I know, Ryder, you are a Freo fan, and I may as well ask you this, but if you're interested in hopping on next week for Essendon Freo, you can. But if not, I'll either ask Scotty the Hottie, Druzy, maybe even Sammy GFC. I've got some options, so I want to do a Thursday nighter for next week. Up to you though, Hench. If you wanted to, you can stay the night as well. But yeah. See with work and footy. Yeah, all good. Fritsch goes the shot and misses. Not Sammy. Well, I'm just saying Sammy's an option, but I wouldn't have... Yeah, if you guys don't want Sammy, just let me know. I wonder if this the bidding page actually refreshes on its own. Give me a sec. This needs to be fixed. There's a 56 on the screen there. Image. No, but all good. Hench. How'd the Domino's ad go for you as well? Did they reach out through Instagram? $16:03 on the clock. When Carlton get a goal, do calm down by someone and Selena Gomez. Oh, through email. What'd you get? Well, you don't have to say it publicly, but you can message me on Instagram. Just as I want to get a gauge because I'm trying to accept more of the brand deals as well. Because I'd like to know what was charged and how quickly you got the money and all that shit and what was needed. It was my first ever brand deal, so... Well, that's the thing, right? I wouldn't know what I've been asking certain people, and like some are saying, oh, you could charge like a few $1,000s for some, depending on what it is, as the first goal still hasn't been scored. Excited to see how Tom McCarthy go for his debut. Well, hopefully he does well because I've actually traded him in, fantasy-wise, so I'd actually kind of need him to do well. And nothing, so 1-3. 50-metre penalty against Melksham for some reason. Yeah, hopefully he's not the sub, Xavier. What jersey are you wearing? This jersey is the jersey you guys, if you really want to, can win yourself. There's a live auction that's linked pinned. All proceeds go to local footy clubs, and that was the Guernsey I wore in the State of Origin game where I got 6 disposals. So that video will be up very soon on the channel. They need an outlaw debuting players as the sub. Well, you know, it was way worse a few years ago when you didn't need to have the sub. It was like the medical. What was it called? I think it was called the tactic. Or was it the medical? I think it was the medical sub. You had to use it if there was an injury. So you get some players in their debut who fucking didn't even get an actual minute of playing time when they counted as a debut game. Mitch Georgiades lines up for the first goal here, and he's kicked it. So Port Adelaide get the first, and you'll know what I'm talking about as well with conflicting goal songs for different. Well, the Guernsey wasn't clean. The Guernsey wasn't clean at all actually. When I think it might be a bit cleaner because my mum insisted on washing it. I think Maddie Knight would have washed the Guernsey anyways, but it smelt like fucking shit. But I'll make the excuse that the entire second half I couldn't run, which is true. Couldn't run the entire second half. I only got like a few. I started the game off quite solid actually in the first quarter, and I just dropped off because I couldn't run. But it's an excuse. But I'll throw it out there. No training, no preparation. I just decided to fucking, just go at it, hoping nothing was going to be an issue in terms of fitness and all that. But it was just cramping. I'm playing footy again, though, like, for the rest of the year. Just whatever games I will be in Melbourne for, which is most. So, next week. Mitch Georgiades kicked it. Thoughts on the Saints? You can watch the freaking, give donation so you can buy a gym. I have a gym membership. I was actually thinking of finally going back this week. Just got to sort out where and when and all that shit. But that doesn't have anything to do with gym though. Cramping, I wouldn't have thought as much. Who'd you tip? I really want to play, but Checkers hasn't replied in months. Do you have his number? Because he's I used to when I used to message him back in the day through Instagram. That was harder to get a response. That was just the case for everyone really, but if you actually have their phone numbers, they respond very quickly. Checkers is very good with that, so I could maybe ask him through on behalf of myself if you want. Let's kick the goal. There you go, Van Rooyen, and the D's get there first. And I'll tell you what I mean by conflicting goal songs. Well, I'll be playing next week, unless something fucks up. So I'll just ask him that you're interested. I'm sure he'd be down because, Chasmate played a couple of weeks ago, so they're wanting to get different debutants. You should honestly dominate because unlike myself and all the other people, we haven't really been doing any training or anything like that, and you're very fit, and you're skillful and all that, so yeah. Refreshing to see. I want to see the what the bidding's at for some of the other Guernseys. So the most expensive Guernsey right now is currently Roaming Hazards at 210. Then the next most expensive is Shrey's at 200. Then Charlie Dixon at 170 and mine at 170. So premium Guernsey mine is the one that I'm wearing right now. Mine's more expensive than Mitch Robinson's. As Power Pepper gets out the back, he gives it off to Willie Rioli, but that was a silly mistake there. Should have just gone the shot himself. And in all of that, that'll be a ball up. I would kick 10 goals. Well, I still think that next game I'll play. I want to actually play a game where I'm not cramping, where I'm not on the bench for half it, and where it's not terrible conditions with the wet. I've heard the Saints are so desperate you might get a game for them. We can get a 20-2. But I'm not too sure, though. I probably won't actually vlog at the games. Because it's just too much to do every week. And Caden, he's too good with it himself. So what I'll probably do instead of vlogging every week, I will just put all the highlights short form wise. Because I've got enough content to worry about doing an extra video a week. Actually doing because obviously they perform well. Maybe I do one more, but like not every week. Yeah, I know, Blake. Haven't even checked what Scoops was thinking after that game on the band group, because I'm sure there'd be a lot to say on the band group. I always check the band group after a Saints loss. But the main shit that gets put on there is just shitting on the St Kilda, as opposed to just Scoops on his own. So, yeah. We aren't bad. We are bad. Cozzy! He kicks it from the goal square, and the D's had their second. Pretty good start for Melbourne. I've tipped them by 5 here. If they win this game, I could get 7 out of 8. No, 6. I could get 6 out of 7 tips right this week. I should have tipped Hawthorn. Now it's all one spud. I think fucking Tyler Nicholas is the saddest human on existence. He's probably watching this stream as well. He watches my streams very consistently. Just on the odd occasion, Scoops has been mentioned. So I'm surprised he hasn't said anything yet. But maybe he has and I just haven't seen it. I know you're talking about him though. And yeah, I agree. No, I never had the Saints in the finals. So you can't accuse me of putting them in there. Do you think the Dons will win another game? They were playing Geelong, and Geelong, I think, are the best side in the competition, so it was always going to be a big margin. I knew that from the start. They'll probably win another few games. And they'll get their key defenders back at some stage as well, so it's not like the personnel won't return and all of that. But yeah, at the moment, they're fielding a very young side. I don't know how young it was against the Cats, but I know a lot of players this year for this have only been playing their first season. I think 10 debutants, so yeah, pretty crazy for the Bombers. Not great considering they weren't amazing heading into the year, as Viney kicks it to Radigalia. It'll be played after round 24. I'm pretty sure. No, it's not a rule. We didn't play in New South Wales last year. But I feel like every... Is that Pominoz's jumper, says Geordie? Well, no, because Rory's got the most amount of money bidded at the moment. It's $170. Well, I know, Blake. It's pretty sad. Like, I get Scoops is kind of entertaining in his own way. You can follow him along every once in a while to see what he says. But for him to date on the daily, just find anything he can to get out of Scoops and join literally... We're not just saying my streams and his streams. We're saying fucking Coast Club and CJ Coast streams just to get the smallest bit of juice out of whatever is said about Scoops on the stream. So it's pretty sad. But the more we talk about it, the more it's just going to feed off it. So we'll probably leave it at that. As Georgiades lines up here for a second. So he's had a good start in this first. Pretty solid. Fair enough, Ryder. I mean, it's not even that bad. I don't know if you're still on the stream, but I just saw your message. That's not bad for your size. And like just as a starter, realistically, you're not really losing anything out of that, are you? But I feel like you could probably charge more yourself, because on Instagram, you do get pretty good real views. I'm almost at 10K Instagram followers. I'd like to think my TikTok and Instagram content's improved in terms of variety. I like to post not just one type of content. I like to do a whole variety. So I feel like the good thing about the live streams is that it provides YouTube content on live streams, which I want to always do. I really enjoy these, and I want to do it with more guests and just chat footy. But if any interesting moment happens in the game, That's an Instagram reel and TikTok. And the ones that I do through the live reactions actually perform quite well. As inside 50 here, Fritsch might have been held. Petty drops it in the square, and it's going to be rushed through from behind. So Port Adelaide now trailed by 8 points. I'm just taking a look at the one I posted today with Marnie. So, like 11,000 views in 4 hours isn't bad. When was Sam Walsh announced injured? A few days ago, I think. When you go to the grounds, you should show us around the area more. I feel like I do it more than anyone else does, to be honest. Will you have a spare ticket for the Saints game next week also? I've got 4 tickets, Geordie, but I did promise if for whatever reason I had a spare, I'd take someone else. So you can be the third emergency. The first emergency was well, it's probably going to be a family member, but if that doesn't get picked up, then I've got a second emergency and a third emergency. You can be the third. I was going to go with a Collingwood supporter. Well, actually, you could probably ask Bitter. I don't know if you'd want to sit with him, though. Fuck that. Blake, we have to go to a game again together as well. I feel like it's been a very long time. I know you've been busy with all that shit, but wouldn't be bad. Hopefully get a few people down to the Wattle Park game next week. Because I was thinking for that game, that starts at around 11:30. Go to the game. Afterwards, I'm going to head to the footy with Cookson and Lenny. We'll watch North Carlton. Just stay in the city for a few hours and then head to the Collingwood game. So that's my plan for Saturday. It sounds like it's a lot, but it's much less strenuous than just going to the airport every second day. Fuck that. Like, it's not terrible, but like it's not a treat anymore. It used to be a treat as a child when you go to the airport because you would only do it like once every year for a holiday. Going every 3 days to sleep on the cold, hard airport floor isn't fun. Yeah, he probably would, Geordie. Well, surprisingly, I actually got him to make my graphics for the next stream free of charge. We need everyone in Miranda. Yeah, well, Blake, what I might do, I want to live stream a game at the footy, like what AFL Tube did. It'd be good if we got some Miranda people down for that. Just sit at an MCG game, a day game, back a level 4, and just chat shit, watch the footy, do whatever. I'm thinking that would be pretty fun. But you never know. Not saying you don't, but just saying I watched your America videos. That content was good. Well, I can only go to America so often before I can't go. Horn Francis lining up here. Almost kicked the first and almost kicks his first again. Misses. I'll probably do the Telstra whistling ad punishment tomorrow, yeah. Half time, I think I'll probably edit a TikTok live or whatever. What about some 4v4 or something as well? Yeah. Well, I'm soon going to do another Creators Goal Kicking Challenge. That'll probably be when the school holidays come around. I have another video idea that I want to maybe get done. I don't know if I want to leak it because someone might have it in their mind, but I feel like they're not going to be able to execute it at all. If you want to know it, send me a message. Because it involves a fair amount of people. Someone will fucking take it. Or say that they've had the idea for a while. Okay, I'll say the idea. The idea, you know how, I don't know, like probably I think Chris MD's done it. Every AFL team competes for like $500. So you have like a knockout goal kicking challenge. You could have certain set challenges like a race. The last 5 of the people in the race are out. And then you keep going till you get to like a top 2, top 3. And it could take only like an hour to film, really. You just get the challenges done quickly. You just got to find someone. I thought you were broke. Well, that won't be now. I'll be fine in a few months. Well, anyways, yeah, no, I could do that. I was thinking, yeah, for Freo, could probably get you, Ryder, if you wanted to. For Bulldogs, I could get you, Blake. And then, obviously, I won't have a creator for every team. So, some would just be random people that have a chance. Darcy Burn. So this has been a weird game. Few points. Burn Jones lines up. Looks good. Looks good. Yeah, well, I don't know if you're being serious or not, but that's why I don't like revealing ideas, because people just always say that bullshit. That's a bullshit goal. How? Bowie kicked it straight to him. How the fuck's that a bullshit goal? Sounding like a Mr. Studi there. Yeah, I just hope Caden doesn't have that idea himself. Actually, no, I take that back. If Caden has the idea, then I'll let him have it. But if anyone else has the idea, I'm just going to do it anyways, because I don't think they're going to be able to execute it like I can. I think the only person that could execute a YouTube video like that better, personally, would be Caden McDonald. Not to dig out on anyone else, but I just think that you need to have all the you need to be based in Melbourne for starters. You've got to have the funds to fund that, the time to sort that out. You need all the equipment. You need everything for that. Well, if you guys want to send me money, Blake, $500 with an overnight stream. Fuck it. Fuck it. $500 overnight. We've gotten $3 on the stream so far, so look, it's only ever really happened once or twice where I've said that, but I don't always have that as a possibility. I'll have it as a possibility for tonight. Here we go, Port Adelaide. They're getting on top at the moment. Miles Bergman this time. Shit. Petrarca the 2. That's not good. And also, Maxi Gawn. We need to make sure he's scoring well. Was the Perth stream the other day? No, that wasn't. I haven't done it yet. Don't worry. Haven't done that yet. Kicked it. Kicked the goal. I'm going to keep on dancing. I'm surprised that song actually won the most votes. That got 4 votes. I would generally consider letting... If you want to, Blake, like if you want to film content using my PS5 at mine, $15. You can have it for 2 hours. Or $20. I'll just leave and... Or I could just be there if you want. I do want to start... I might do a career mode soon. Back into the year. Not sure if I want to do it with someone else. I was thinking maybe do a Saints one with a few Saints supporters, but not sure. How's the car situation going? I haven't really progressed in terms of that. But I learnt a few weeks ago that the car that I thought was completely screwed can be fixed. So my dad's basically telling me, if you just get this all sorted through a mechanic... he can pay whatever it'll be, like $3K, and then we can share, and he'll just let me use it for the most part. So I feel like that probably will be what I do until hopefully the summer I can maybe have enough for a car myself. Because it's a bit shit not being able to drive currently because there isn't a car for that. Be handy. Anyway, Viney drives it inside 50. Big crash in the pack. Bit of a fumble there. Burton just kicks it high, and it should come back here. Cozzy Pickett, the $9 million man. And Ratugolea has actually started well. I was going to say, I thought we only gained the 1 sub this stream. We've gained 7. Can't see the overnight goal that well. Well, I've got so many things on the screen. I don't want it to be that massive. Yeah. Got a couple more dollars, Brad. Thank you.
Brad has just tipped $2 through Super Chat. How about a contest in Adelaide for Gather Round?
The issue with that is, and I thought that could work originally, but it's just too hectic Gather Round because I'm using all of that time to go to games or go to the training sessions. For me to set up a proper like goal kicking contest to get everything up to Adelaide with me for that is a very difficult. Much easier just do in Melbourne, so I just wouldn't do it, to be honest. It's not that I think it's a shit idea. I just think it's not able to be done well enough. And if it is going to be done, it can't be done on a game. Like, it wouldn't be able to be complete on unless I could do it on a Friday. But I just don't think I'd be able to get every person, sort of like content creator, down at one time because they have their own things they want to be doing. So it's just too busy. But that's where you normally get every content creator around for. When's the blonde buzz? Should be happening next week. If not, it will happen soon. I want to get a hairdresser to do it. You know me. I'm not like other people. When I need to do a punishment, I end up getting it done at some way, some shape or form. Yeah, get down to Gather Round next year. Next year, I'm going to be more aware. I was really silly with my financial planning, and I barely had any money for the entirety of Gather Round. I was very lucky it came around the side time of my birthday, so I just asked people to just give me money. There's too many teams. Hopefully, Blake. Blonde Mo. I probably wouldn't do that. Just thought it would be a way to get everyone involved around the country. Yeah, I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but maybe I could do something else next year for Gather Round. Because this year I did the Gather Round bingo. That, I enjoyed the idea. So I'm not sure if I'll do another bingo video. But I kind of did another bingo video for that big week in Melbourne. That big week in Melbourne, that video won't be out in another 3 or 4 weeks. And the Gather Round vlog also needs to be released. But I just have so many other videos to put out first. Like the Div 12 Resi's vlog. The AFL v NRL video next week. The Tassie video. A few others, and then the Gather Round vlog can be released. And probably another couple footy card videos as well. And I need to take a shit, so I might just take a shit next contest. There's a minute to go, but not in. How was Bunbury in Perth? Well, I hope you guys haven't missed that video yet. Go and watch it because it was a crazy journey to get to Bunbury. Because I'm trying to go to every AFL stadium in the country. That's sort of my challenge for the year of like kind of my gimmick, what I'm going to be doing. I might do a few more gimmicks, but that's the main one. As Van Rooyen will kick Melbourne's third. And it scores a level here at Adelaide Oval with 42 seconds on the clock. Pretty good start to this game. Will you count that as going to it? Yeah, I'm counting it as going to it. I spent $1,400 on that overall trip because the original flight was $600. Then I had to get another one for $650, and then I had to get a return flight for $350. All to miss out the game. Okay, that's how fucked I was the entire time. So I wish I could have that 1,500 right now for something else. You know, put that into a car, put into anything else. But all I'm saying is I still made it for kick to kick. I technically didn't watch the game, but I still made it to the ground. I was there for the ground when the game was still scheduled. So counting it. Up the Giants gave me a nice payday. Well, if you want to pass some of that payday to me, feel free to. If you've got enough money to bid for the Guernsey, links pinned. We got 1 hour, 8 minutes, 30 seconds for a chance of a bit of history. The first ever Carman 22 match worn that will ever be out on offer, really. I mean, I've got my Div 12 Resi's Waddle Park Guernsey in there, but I don't think that's going to be out on auction anytime soon. 17 seconds. Do a finals bingo. I'll do a grand final bingo, yes. For Footy Fest week. I reckon I'll do another one for Footy Fest. Whenever there's a footy festival, I guess. Tell you what I do miss, though. Back when they had the AFL playground. That was elite as a kid. As Jace Burgoyne marks it on the siren. So they've managed to get something in like 3 seconds. And that is really going to piss off the Melbourne fans watching. Because you really shouldn't have let that happen. Hopefully Sammy GFC doesn't follow me around like last time. If the video app happens at the footy fest. Been a good start so far to this game. I've been enjoying it. Yeah, so at quarter time, going to the toilet. Boring season so far. I would actually agree with that. It hasn't been as good as other years, and it's not as competitive as well in terms of like the race for the 8. As Burgoyne put Adelaide 4th, and they lead it by 6 points at quarter time. So the first break, and we have a contest between both sides here. I am going to go to the toilet real quick, so you feel free to chat amongst yourselves for a minute or two. I have someone coming over very soon as well. They're picking something up, so I don't know if they want to jump on the stream, but it's certainly someone prominent in the community. But I'll be back in a second.
Clangers for Good is back, and this year it isn't just open to footy clubs, it's for all AFL fans. If you've got a footy clanger, we want to hear about it. Share your clanger and how Amy can help, and you could be in with a chance to share in 100k. When clangers happen, lucky you're with Amy.
A yawn. It's the body letting you know you can't go on without the delicious, rich, new blend from the cow.
Oh, wait, give me a sec. $68. I just realized I got a beer on the should I just have a beer for the sake of the fact that it's there? Why not? I reckon that beer's been sitting there for a month, so 3 weeks almost. Fuck. It was better when I first had it. What new logo is woke? How is the new Adelaide logo woke? The new Adelaide logo is pretty good. Any bed yet? Now, anytime I have a guest day around, I just still say, "Oh yeah, we're moving around stuff, so I have a bed frame coming in soon." I haven't had a bed frame in for the last month. Actually, yeah. Actually. No, fuck. It's been now over 2 years. Shit, I didn't even realize. Yeah, let's just say we're due for one, and I probably might get one over the next few weeks when I actually get round to like looking and. It's been 2.5 years. I mean, I've had new mattresses. It's just like I don't know. It hasn't really affected me as much as I thought. But fuck, I need a two wouldn't mind one. What did the beer taste? Oh, it's what are we got? 4 pints. I do like pale ale, but it doesn't taste. It tastes very flat. Bed frame fun later. Oh, we'll do a live stream when we get the bed frame. We'll set up the bed on the live stream. Do you wish you could have a dedicated YouTube room? Sort of, but it doesn't affect me that much. I'll tell you what, I reckon I'd be more motivated, potentially, in getting stuff done when it's like its own room. I reckon when you have a separate work room to your sleep room, because a lot of days, like there are some days during the weekdays, I know it sounds a bit silly, but where I'm in my room for 95% of the day. I'm only out of my house really to make food. Like I use this to work in, sleep in, and like watching TV or whatever just in my room. So yeah, like you probably would like a separate room, but we haven't got that, so it's not like you can just magically have it happen. I was now you'll see this in my Tassie video when I get it out next week, but I went to Football Science House on the Saturday and the Friday, and he's got, it's probably because of the location, but geez, he's got a nice place. He's got his own pool, sauna, spa, gym, and his own massive, like, separate area in the house. It's completely separate. It's like a shed. That's where his setup is, and he's got a big couch with a big flat screen TV and the PlayStation. So he's got, yeah, his sister also has a setup as well. So he's got a great place. He's got a great place. He had a spare room for me to sleep in, and I slept like a baby. Fuck me, that was a great sleep. Aren't you auctioning that kit, or is it? Yeah, I will be. So I'm only wearing it just so people know about it, but like I'm not gonna get it damaged or anything like that. Second quarter. When will going to every stadium video come out? Well, after I go to every stadium, I guess. Obviously, not just yet. Will you open another box this year? Yeah, probably, yeah. Sponsored by Prime. He's got the money to put his name on the Guernsey, I know. Big content creator, obviously. What stadiums have you got left? Optus Stadium, even though I technically went, but never went to a game yet there. But I'll be going for the Freo Saints game. Then People's First, the Gabba, and... Why is he wearing like a one long black skin? That number 50. And then Monica Oval. I'm sure Messi knows who Speed is. Should try to release it either finals bye week. Yeah, I'll try to. Alright, well I might have to head off now for another minute or two. Give me a second. Speed is not a good guy. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say he's not a good guy. That was gift. Hold up. Alright, I'll probably just give the other stuff to the person who's coming. They're not going to want to be on the stream. I said get on the stream, but they don't want to be on the... I think he had an infection. Fair. Alright, I'll be back in a sec.
Melbourne's issue over the last couple of weeks. It's that connection piece coming in outside of a dominant stoppage in the middle. Got to hit up a target. And he led up to the ball as against Melbourne's forwards who are high. And they're running back towards the goal. Mitch Georgiades just coming off a one-goal game last week. Works that back with a bit of swing through the middle. He's got a couple. Look at the clearance numbers now. It's we said it was plus 11. Yeah, Port Adelaide have had the first 2 or 3 of this quarter, and they've now been able to outscore Melbourne in that source. It's 2 goals to Port Adelaide, 1 goal, 3 to Melbourne. But as you said, Jared, you know, Bergman's really enjoying his work today. He's been able to get his hands dirty and win it in and under, and we've seen him in open field transition. He's obviously covered his direct opponent in Petrarca, been able to play his role defensively, but then put his skates on and get involved in the front half to set teammates up on a couple of occasions already. So Mitch Georgiades with the conversion.
continues that momentum from late in the first quarter. Ollie Wine still watches on. Umpire's going to have a second crack at that one. Interesting thoughts in the footy record posed by our great friend Dwayne Russell about the bounce. Should it stay or should it go? Pickett to Rivers. Round the corner towards the half-forward flank. Too strong.
Well, they need a couple of players to step up right now, Melbourne. They've just lost control of this contest. Port Adelaide are having a good run. Got the game on their terms.
Rosie receiving it from Sin, who's changed his boots at quarter time. Rosie down the line, no mark gone. Sweet off hands, free kick for a throw.
That was a bit of a win for Melbourne then to force Rosie down the line. They haven't been able to force that long kick from Port Adelaide through the first quarter. So, small wins.
Got a little Rioli Pickett battle going on as well. They're following each other around at the moment on the ball. So it'll be a nice battle to watch. High bomb. Radicalier with a double fister. Little toe from Bergman. Everything he does is turning out roses. Rioli, Liddy, floats it through, left it. Richards bangs it. 1-on-1. Georgiades. He's mesmerising them. Turned Turner inside out there.
And that's really interesting because Turner's not designed to be the number one defender. Now he's playing, in effect, the fullback role at the moment on Georgiades.
Yep.
My question is, why isn't Stephen May or Jake Lever playing that role? Because they are nominally the key defender, the fullback that should be on that player.
We got Stephen May there with Horn Francis for his third. She made the goal umpire dance. He hasn't been striking them that well. He's got a couple that bend in, but hasn't struck them all that well. And this looks like it could be a problem.
Some heavy work. McVie there on Richards.
Yeah.
May leaves the square.
Shit.
Kicks to the high spot.
Fuck. All right. Sorry, I'm back. Missed a goal, I think. The reason why I left, the Carlton besties needed to borrow my mini mic, so I just went over and I showed them how they work and all that. So yeah, if you ever see one of their videos pop up tonight from the game, they'll be using my mic, so charging money for that. Guys, the world ended in 2020. Fuck. How much of the game have I missed? It doesn't feel like I missed that much. I found your AirPod. Did you? Oh my God. Pickett kicks a ripper. Glad I stayed for this and didn't miss that goal. You better not be sweating in my... What do you mean by your Guernsey? You haven't put a bid on for it. Still $170. What's with the amount as well? All the bids were at the exact same time. Did you go to the stadium in Ballarat? Yeah. I emailed because I don't have socials. Oh, you were the person that emailed. All right, I've got to get... I saw it, but I've completely forgot to respond. Wait, so you have it with you? Do you want to follow up with another email just of the holding the AirPod? And then I'll respond to that. Because if you do... Because this is the right one. This is the right one that I have. And the left one. So... So what did you do then? Did you just go up to the... Because I called the joint on the Thursday, not the Wednesday, because I was too tired. I just forgot about it. And they didn't mention anything about someone else picking up. Pickett's going to kick 2 in a minute. Cozzy's kicked another one. I think he's kicked 3. Cozzy Pickett's kicked 3 goals. He's dominating once again. They told me, but it was under my name because I didn't want a cleaner throwing it out. Well, I appreciate that you actually helped out finding it. I doubt that would have been the case, though. But did they have anything else there as well? Because I might have left my battery, potentially, as well. I don't know if I did, though. But if I did leave it, let me know. If not, I'll probably find it somewhere. Hey, if you score a goal, I'll donate 1,000. Still a stupid... No, she said you were chaotic, but she didn't have the stuff. She said I was chaotic. Well, maybe I didn't leave the battery then. What do you mean by... How would she know? Who the... Wait, so... Wait. What? Oh, okay, wait. What day did you pick up the AirPod then? Did you pick it up after I called? After the Thursday? That makes sense if she called me chaotic. I just gave her an email. Melksham Rivers. Is this another one for Melbourne? No, it isn't. Picked it up on Thursday. Okay, well, I think what time did I call? I reckon I called at 4 o'clock, so... Yeah. Well, thank you, mate. That's actually really... I'll have to owe you back, because I was going to buy a new AirPod. If you're going to the Perth stream, I guess let me know. But... Send through an email. If you don't have any other, and I'll respond to it. Oh, okay, well. Yep. Alright, I've just seen your message. I'll send you a text, actually. Give me a second. You're acting like a big wanker, TRSTNFN. Internet tough guy. That's what they call you. Aiden, I'll send you a text. Radagalee's been pretty good, actually. And he'll get a 50 here. Petrarca's had shocker, which is not good. I probably would smash him, to be honest. But you are acting like a wanker. Can't deny that. Well, actually, no, you would deny it because you're a wanker, but others can't deny it. 48 minutes to go, or 49 and a half now for the bidding to end. If we, Alright, how about this? If we end up being the most amount Guernsey... Oh, I can't speak. If the Guernsey that that I own ends up being the most amount on the bid for the auction... Fuck, I'm sounding like an idiot here. Then I'll do an overnight stream of all of the other Guernseys. If mine's the most amount, then I'll do an overnight. So if you want an overnight, you could do it through that if you really wanted to. And you also get to own something from it as well. Oh, almost. Fritsch. McVee. Petty gets it and goes. And there's an overlap over the top. Petrarca, if you can find it. The D's are out. That kick was weight in the air too much. Way too much. Rosie marks it and they're out now, Port Adelaide. Oliver on Butters. Butters too quick. Butters over the top. And look at this. Pau Pepper. This could be a coast-to-coast goal. If they can finish it, they might as well. Rioli plays on. And kicks it. Bit of a voice crack there. Classic 2 goals. Yeah, I know. Classic 2 goal swing. I did just send you a text, mate. I just sent you a text. I don't know if you got it, though. I think I got the right number. But if you haven't gotten it, then I don't know. Oh, g'day, Dylan. How are you, mate? Israel's demolishing Iran. Double check how you type the number and go through. It's the... I typed in the exact same way that you sent me the email. What happened? What the fuck happened? How they get another shot on goal? I was literally offline like for 30 seconds checking something. How they get another goal? So George Yardis, I think, kicked 3. Sophie isn't happy. Can I understand why though? Oh, Bitter sent me the graphics. Sweet. All right, I'll definitely get back to it. I need to get back to my emails. I was going to do it last week. I forgot. I got heaps of emails to get to. Fuck. It's bad. Pickett. Tackled. Was that Vicentini? It'll be a free kick too, Cozzy. That looks more like a Giants Guernsey than a Demons Guernsey. I'm not wearing a Demons Guernsey, though. I haven't seen Gore much at all this game. Can't lie. Fuck, gone. 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 He's having a shocker. Oh, no way. Petty. Good stuff. Radicalier once again. Xavier, 32 isn't good. Port and Melbourne, it's weird because these two sides aren't notoriously shit. They haven't been at least notoriously shit the last 4 or 5 years, but ladder-wise, they're right now not very good. The last Port Adelaide v Melbourne game was actually the infamous $1 ticket game. That was actually a pretty good day. It was pretty fun. Poor game. Petrarca giving it to Butters, who'll still get the footy. I hope Kelly Underwood is not commentating. She's not. I can't remember the last game I watched with Kelly Underwood commentating. I think it might have been the Gold Coast Freo game. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I was going to captain Bailey Smith, so I didn't though, and that's what's going to cost me because he scored massively once again. Petrarca needs to put this one through for the game's sake and for my fantasy sake, and he's missed it to the left. Shit. Well, nah, I won't do another ticket video. I've already done one ticket video. No need to do another. Pisses me off a little bit, actually, that.
I'm still waiting for one of the players to kick the coach under your instructions. From the flick. Pickett couldn't trap it. And on the floor, was it? Not a good Aussie. Toss it in. And he's the main man at the moment.
Without Cozzy, they'd be in some trouble right now, Melbourne. Who's just messaged me? Oh. Oh, it's the guy that... Yeah, okay. Nah, he's if he's got the photo of the AirPod. She has commoted crimes. She hasn't commoted shit. Let's see. The auction still Rory. I wonder if there'll be any more bids later.
Goal square, big flyers go up. Caught with more crummers around the bottom of the
You could say that, Blake.
will work because Power Pepper will accidentally tap it out. He left it in.
Oh, he actually has got it.
Now it's out.
And of course, Cozzy Pickett's kicked the 3 goals to match Georgiades' 3 goals. We see here, he's just,
Legend. This guy actually has the AirPod. So anyone asking me about the lost AirPod, it's been sort of found, but he still has it with him right now. Gladly returned, because the thing is, right, that wasn't even mine, so I was going to have to get a new one. So I just let him know that the AirPod will be returned again when I'm in Perth, which will be in a couple of weeks. 12 days, 13. I'll actually be there for 5 days, I think. I think I'll be going to the game with UCAT. Ball! Well, actually, Rosie, I need him to score for fantasy, but I also want Melbourne to pull their weight ahead and get a few more goals. That could be ball. Horn Francis gets rid of it. Mate, Mitcho.
after the first disposal. Melbourne's pressure just looks like it's increased a little bit. Like that was really good pressure there to stop Horn Francis and Port Adelaide to be able to work through the wing. 192 to 185. We were talking about high standard games. I think high standard games stand out.
Why are you going to Perth for 5 days? It's just I got going with family, and that's what they booked it for. Don't really care. It's not like I'll be hating life in Perth like I was last time. Drew almost finds a target. So it'll come back. I'm not sure why Kelly Underwood's even being talked about right now, because she's kind of irrelevant to this this game at least. Burton lining up from outside 50. Shocking kick. Gawn just couldn't even mark that. So he's had a terrible game, Gawn, really. No point. On Francis, Gawn. Good. Gonna mark and a kick. Stock up on Spearmint Masters. I'll get a couple more for sure. I got 2 when I was there last time, so I think every time I've been to Perth, I've had a Spearmint Masters. No, he fucking didn't, mate.
We want to get it going, but a one-step sky ball to a 1v2 is not the answer.
That's what Radagalia is coming to the ground trying for.
Farrell, Sin, Zerg, Thatcher operate laterally, and then short to Burton, and they're going to switch it again. Now to Radagalia.
Have you seen the evolution of Asaba, Bucks?
Don't know why I would say that. Obviously not.
Done extremely well. I mean,
Yeah, I know Cozzy's on 72 because he's kicked 3 goals and he's been pretty busy.
consistently, but he's done a lot better in that back half, both at Geelong and Port.
Mead to Burn Jones, who drives by, and then kick to no one really in particular.
Oh, no way, Pow Pepper. Nah. Ugh. We need a mod to monitor the chat right now.
Lose their feet. Sometimes you have to lose your feet to go and get the mark. Take the mark and then the game stops. If you let it bounce, you just create.
I love Jake. He looks so good in the thing he had in the Gold Coast game to stop his clothes wet. What a poncho. It's a very random thing to say. Blues by, I reckon, 50 points. But hopefully it's closer than that. I don't really think the Blues are that good. But they're always good against Come on, cut. It's a disgraceful thing. I already said he shouldn't have said that. Disgraceful is a little bit of a overreaction. Come on, Gorn. Oh, fucking hell. Come on, he can't be dropping chest marks.
Under some heat now, Melbourne. Just looking at Radaglia at the other end of the ground, his best ever is 6 intercept marks. Well, he's already at that level, and we're not even at half time. So
He did, though.
feeding it into his
If he did, mate, it'd be all over the news.
sweet spot, if you like.
And that's even with Melksham on him, who's one of the best disruptors of intercept marks.
Full review of the first half on Fox. Best in the business as Gorn takes a good grab on the flank.
He obviously fucking didn't, mate.
In the middle of the ground through Lever.
Who'd you tip? Melbourne. So we want Melbourne to hit back here in the second half. Yeah, well, I've Googled it as well, because I know someone before, you know when Shane Warne died, I didn't believe it at first, but Googled it and it actually happened. So if someone's going to say someone died, I will just check to make sure.
That is the evolution.
So have it now, Melbourne's 50 here. Come on, D's.
Max Gorn's contested mark here. Out to Lever, out again. And
Come on, D's.
actually lengthened and got to where they needed to get to.
Come on, Gorn, win the hit out.
In the end.
Maxi almost goes himself in the ruck.
Gets the handball, I think.
Sends Mead up against the point.
They'll clear it here.
With a tunnel ball to Drew. That was
Yeah, Drew kicks it to Butters.
take a courageous mark and did.
Oh, not Butters. Didn't even see who that was.
Who's generating some run now.
That's Butters.
Hands it back. He had 10 tackles last week. Willem Drew again. It's normally his forte, but he's setting a bit of play up at the moment. Bergman floats it wide.
Oh, it's going to be cut off. No, it isn't, Rosie.
Brilliantly adjusted better than
No, we don't want... Well, you might not, Brad.
Brad has just tipped $2 Australian
I
through
do.
Super Chat. No, we don't want Melbourne to
Oh,
hit
it's a
back.
shocking kick, though. Well, I do, because I've tipped them, and I want to go 6 for 7.
Let's just get our pulse rate down and work this out a little better.
I'll chuck that $7 to the overnight stream.
Salem to Viney. You see that left mitt coming back from a fractured hand.
Van Rooyen.
Side of it. Still able to gather out towards Langdon. Inboard.
Viney.
Retreats to Salem.
Salem.
So they just massage it around half back.
These are getting smashed. No, they aren't getting smashed.
Stick his boot into it. Petrarca
Radagali's had 7 intercept marks in this half.
taking a good mark.
That's crazy. He's only had 6 was his second best effort. He's already had 7.
He's gone down the race for Melbourne, so I've got no idea why, but that's where he is.
I'll do one tonight, but it's probably not going to happen.
Wide ball. Lever gets up there. Thumps it. Butters. Georgiades. Horn Francis high. Rioli's under it. And
Good stuff.
good mark Turner this time. Holds it up.
Shit, why'd I do that?
From an opposition kick.
Right.
Radaglia has had 7 mocks. He's had 7 record is 10. Yep. So we're on mock.
You're back here, Aaron. It's been a good game, but this last like 5-10 minutes, there hasn't really been much going on. It's been going back and forth. Haven't seen a goal in a 10 minutes, I reckon.
Towards Van Rooyen. Waits back again. Mead picked it up. Grabbed by Van Rooyen. And a stoppage.
Just this few people in the live chat right now are kind of annoying me right now.
And Butters has also got himself up and about.
Gordon taps it out
Fisted forward. Only as
on Francis. Doesn't get
Francis beats
touched at all. Gives it to Butters, and he goes to the middle. It'll be a contest here.
Fritz wanted it, but Sin grabbed it.
Josh Sin.
Umpire said he took a step
Not alone.
sideways.
Not alone.
Play on. A sizzler to Liddy. Good commitment.
Liddy.
Central Districts. Air conditioner mechanic.
So why's he got that? Why is he wearing that then?
Half forward. Knocked away from Rioli.
2 minutes now in this quarter.
Now Chandler. Caught by Rioli.
I haven't seen Pickett since his last.
Little chip to Fritz. That's pressure.
Fritz drops it, but he'll get the free kick, chop of the arms. How many stadiums have I got left? I've got 4 more go. 4 more to go.
Going highest point now at the front. Force that.
Badly sprigged in the leg.
Kick it was cut off by Butters. Rioli and then Richards. Handball towards
So what does that mean?
Langford for company. Clever tap.
Rioli,
Then Powell.
Pau Pepper, and is that Horn Francis?
That's just good ball movement
Yep. He's had 0-3, but he's been very busy. He had the first 2 chances in the first quarter. It hasn't happened yet, Soccer Boy. He's kicked it, so he deserves a goal with a great first half. 20 touches and a goal. That's what I wanted in a footy game, but he's done that in the first half. 54 plays 36. Left a hole in his leg. Oh, right. Okay, that's fair. Haven't seen it before on the footy field though, really. What are the 4 ones left? Have a guess, and I'll tell you if you're right or not. Of the ones left though, 3 of them are main stadiums played, like basically every other week. What big calls you need for the game? Both sides win 2 quarters. Could happen. I mean, it's not that hard to get up. I think Port have won the first 2, so Melbourne have to win the next 2 for the big call to be up. Unless Melbourne can win this quarter, they need to kick a couple goals late, which they won't. Getting another crack here, Port Adelaide. They've been dominating this quarter. Drop from Georgiades. That will be for his 4th. Bit of a wasted chance there from the power. They could still possibly get it out. No one is waiting for you or me at Mount Druitt.
On the platter kick. And Stephen May will be thrilled with that. So Oliver.
26 seconds, Burgoyne. Gawn's up there. Free kick. Why? Fuck's sakes, this is annoying. Gawn's gone to the ground as well, which is not good. Georgiades is going to have a chance now for his 4th, and that'll be pretty heartbreaking for Melbourne because that literally happened in the last quarter as well. Are you going to open a box of footy cards with Kados again? Well, everyone enjoyed the last time I did it. Well, I'm actually not sure if I need, like, if I've done any of my punishments, so I might have to do that Telstra one. What was the Essendon Geelong one? I'll have to check now. I'll check at halftime. Halftime now. Georgiades, another kick on the siren for Port Adelaide in 2 quarters in a row. Lines up, and he looks good. He's looking really good in this one. Port Adelaide's season could still possibly be back on track here if they win this game. I don't know if they are, but they'd move to... Well, if Carlton lose... Because there are a lot of teams on 5 wins right now. I'm not sure how many teams are on 5 wins, but there are a few. Let's have a look at the ladder. So obviously heading to this one, Melbourne on 5 wins. So Melbourne, Saints, Sydney, Carlton, and Port would have been as well. So six. There would have been 6 teams. So Port Adelaide after this are now 10th. But like you just with the percentage gap between them and the Bulldogs, and with Freo winning, I can't see them making the 8. It's really frustrating this season. 10th to 15th are just average. I hate how they call it the Sunday ticket. It's just a shit name for it. What ticket? No fucking ticket. Oh, Kelly Underwood. We could turn this one off actually. Mute it. There you go. You don't have to listen to that. So, Kerner needs to kick 5 against West Coast. Oh, Cats to win any half by 40. That did happen. All right, we're on here. The other one was for Ash and Whitfield. To combine for 135. So, if only Norton kicked 4 goals against the Saints. I wanted him to kick 4. He didn't. Still have a chance. Nah, but I reckon there'll still be a race between a couple of sides, hopefully in the last quarter. Last round, sorry. Why is your AirPod sticky? Why are you asking me this now? I don't know. I need one more for the next 2 games. So, what I need is for Melbourne to win the next 2 quarters. And I need Charlie to kick 5. Did you spill something on it? No, I don't know why it'd be sticky at all. Wasn't even having I didn't have a fizzy drink at all that day. Or like a soft drink. I don't know why the fuck I said fizzy drink. Zoe says Port got that free kick because he got punched in the gut. Was that the last one? Yeah, I still have to visit Monica. I haven't been to Monica since 2022 when we beat the Giants there on a Friday night. It was actually a good game. It's always cold up in Canberra, but that game that I'll be going to will be a day game between Giants and North. So, be the second North Melbourne interstate game I'll be going to this year. Actually, will it? No, if you can't gather around, there'll be a third. So, fucking up 3 interstate games for North. The North game was against Gold Coast at the Barossa. So, yeah, a few different. I'll probably be at 5 different North Melbourne games for different grounds. The bid, $170, 25 minutes to go. What are you wearing? You should know what I'm wearing realistically. You should know that this is the Guernsey that I wore in the... I shouldn't be fucking eating chocolate on it. Fuck's sakes. I didn't get any chocolate on it, but I shouldn't be eating chocolate wearing it. Well, it could just be earwax, mate. Exactly. Have you been to GMHBA yet? Yeah, I went for the Bulldogs game in round 11. No, it's alright. It's all fine. Plus, you want it stained anyways. I think the back of the Guernsey needs to be stained for it to be properly match worn because it was like muddy and shit. Why can't they have good games on Thursday nights? Well, could have a look through some of the last Thursday night games to see which games have actually been good, which ones have been crap. Hopefully Melbourne can respond in the second half and make things interesting. Even if they don't win, just win the next 2 quarters. So, just adjust this a little bit. So this is the live site for the auction. But we don't want that actually right now. So Thursday night games this year. Opening round, we didn't have a third. Round 1 was good. You can't argue that wasn't a good game. This game was not terrible, but didn't really feel that close. This game was not the best. Neither was that. That game was good. That game was very good, actually. It was there. That was a shit game. That was a shit game. That was a decent game. Not the best game. Pretty decent game. I was there for it. Pretty good game. Very good game, actually. Alright game. Average game. Shit game. So, yeah. Most Thursday games have been sort of shit this year, have they? What about Friday? Like, if we go Fridays. Alright game, that was. Average game. good game, pretty solid game, shit game, average game, pretty shitty. That was a good game, actually. Yeah, shitty on a Friday. Shitty, realistically. Pretty average. 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 Shit. Pretty good, actually. Oh, would you call those two games good? Like, they were really low scoring, but they were close. I actually... No, fuck. That was like... Nah, this was a shit game. Close, but it doesn't mean it was a good game. It was a shitty one. What was the worst game of the year? Bias aside, because I think when you have a game though, like Adelaide v Hawthorn, I wouldn't have as the worst game because it ended up being close in the end. It was entertaining. Some could make the argument that Freo St Kilda was the worst game. Some could make the argument, yeah, Adelaide GWS could have been up there. Gold Coast Geelong last week. We had a few shit ones last week actually. They're not abolishing the Thursday night games. I could say North Melbourne v West Coast and Bunbury was up there with one of the worst. In terms of like all the points and the skills and all that. No, not Gold Coast Freo. Gold Coast Freo wasn't that bad. I wonder if we're going to get the Telstra again. I swear, ever since all the meme started coming from the Telstra, I just haven't gotten it. Do you actually get the Telstra on KO? Do they still... I reckon they fucking can the Telstra. Has anyone seen the Telstra in the last week? Like, live aired? Yeah, I know, Oliver. It was a terrible deal. A bit overs, but he's... pulling his weight worth for it, I feel.
With a little help from Open Universities Australia, you can turn uncertainty into discovery. Explore thousands of online courses from Australia's leading universities. Open Universities Australia. We're here to guide you there.
Say hello to the Ninja Slushie, the easy
Blues are flaming.
to make frozen drinks at home. No ice means no watered down drinks. No blending means smooth, perfect texture. Just pour, slush, and enjoy. 5 one-touch programs for any drink you want.
Kenny McDonald's on TV
Transform almost
on
anything.
Channel 7.
Enjoy perfect results every time.
What? He's on TV right now? For what?
The Ninja Slushie.
You know what I got... You know what I got on TV? I got on 7 News Tassie. That's what they did. They used my TikTok that I... Shit, I need to post my pie video actually. But I need storage for fuck's sake. So how am I going to get storage? Because he's going to slack off. There's no pressure on him to perform well. Yeah, I get that, but... I do get why maybe you don't want to sign massive contracts. Like, have just 1 year extensions, I guess. But I wouldn't think he would. I haven't got storage. Jeez. And now bloody back with Kelly Underwood, the fucking annoying prick. Can the D's come back? Oh, hopefully they can, but someone said it earlier, they may have used too much energy from their last game against Collingwood because they played out of their skins for a loss there, so hopefully that's not the case. I'm going to give someone a ring. And they only, like, the 6-day break as well. Essendon Geelong was a pretty ugly... No, it was actually a good game to watch.
Hello?
Are you still at Southland?
Yeah.
Could you still get the sub if I sent you the order?
Oh, okay.
Because I'm kind of hungry and I'll send through whatever it's cost, I guess.
That's okay. Just tell me where it is and what you pick it
Do you not know where the Subway is?
up. Oh,
You know what?
Okay, yes.
Well, you don't have to get. You don't have to go to Subway if you want to go somewhere closer.
Yeah, because I'm in the other side.
What about Schnitz?
Yeah, okay.
Like what would be easy? Actually, do you know what? What's the burger called? That Hawaiian one? There's like a Hawaiian burger at Schnitz.
I hear you. Just wait.
I'll just can I just mess? Yeah, I'll do that. All right, cheers. Mum's been at Southland for like ages. Who's that? My mum. I asked her if she's going to Southland. She'd get me like something to eat. Send her the money for it. She still is in Southland, and she doesn't want to go to the other end of Southland. So I might get I'll get some Schnitz. Schnitz is fucking underrated. Would you overrated or underrated, chat? Let's go through random fast food places. Let's start off with KFC. Is KFC overrated or is it underrated? Under, over, mid. You could go like rated as well. Rated will just be average, like not average, just what it would all. Like it's fairly rated yeah. Over, fairly. What about grilled? Too bad tomorrow I won't be getting that free burger because of the fuck we lost. Where'd you get the gather round scarf from? I'll be honest with you. Some guy stole it and just gave it to me, and I just was like, oh yeah, sure. I got it obviously from gather round. Never had grilled. Rated, average, underrated, overrated. Okay, Schnitz. Their chips are. I still think. Oh, look, everyone loves their chips, but I still think their chips are underrated. That's why I've opted a large chips. I just hope my mum doesn't like leave them out the bag because I want to. Connor, mate, you've got to stop being a twat in the chat, mate. Come on. Like, what's your obsession with calling him dead? You never had Schnitz either? Nah, Schnitz is good. Alright. Zambrero. Is Zambrero overrated, underrated, or just rated? I also think that's underrated. Personally. Because I reckon everyone just rams over GYG. I'm not saying that's bad either, but I feel like that's become underrated because of that. All right, what about I'm trying to think of another one. What about Subway? Overrated, GYG's better. Yeah, but everyone rates GYG. No one really rates Zambrero, so that's why I don't think that's... I think GYG's rated. Under. People might think that Subway's overrated, to be honest. I'd almost agree with that. Now, I reckon next one, I think we can all probably agree on this one, but what about McDonald's? Is Macca's overrated, underrated, or fairly rated? Because you could look at it in a few ways. You could go, okay, well, Macca's is the only place open 24/7, so for that reason, you give it bonus points. You got the reward system. It's good to have when you're drunk. Because it's so big, you know, everyone might think it could be a bit overrated. Because a lot of time they fuck up your meal, all of that crap. I've had a few Macca's experiences where it was really shit. To the point where I actually got sick from a Macca's meal once. Haven't been back to that Macca's, I don't think, since. Jeez, a lot of people are resharing that video that I did with Marnie. Have you had a Porto? A Porto... I didn't know they had so many Portos in Sydney, because based in Sydney, because I got like the Bondi burger and all that. I had a Porto a few days ago, actually, on the Friday, because I was thinking to myself, the option at the airport, there aren't many options. And Oporto wasn't that busy for starters, and also is actually decent. The chips I had at Oporto that time were really good. Does anyone remember the chips video that I did, like start of last year, which I think is one of better videos of more enjoyable videos I've filmed. I ranked Oporto's chips and they were terrible, but the chips I had that day were really good. Very good, actually. Porto's alright. I also think that might be just rated, because it's like Porto's kind of in the same category as Nando, or not Nando, sorry, as Red Rooster. Where would you have Red Rooster in the categories of rated, underrated, or overrated? Because I wouldn't have thought many would have it overrated. Who rates Red Rooster? There aren't any Red Roosters around anymore. Like, when was the last time you saw a Red Rooster at a food court? That's a genuine question. Why are there no Red Roosters at food courts? Benny the Status says we are so shit. Yeah, unfortunately you are false on that one. When do the Saints play next at home? Because we play Collingwood away technically, then we play Freo away. Why do we have such a hard fixture? Seriously. We've had a really tough run. We've had Gold Coast is pretty tough. I think we have Hawthorn might be our next home game. And if that's at aisle 29, I might go to aisle 29. I'll definitely go for a game, so I might see you there. Are you streaming Eagles Carlton? Yes, I am. Red Rooster is underrated. It's a sports nut. I agree. I had Red Rooster on the Thursday of the... Because I needed food before... I was waiting for Haz there before the Bulldogs game to film something for him. And the only place that I could have actually gotten food without it being so busy was Red Rooster. So I just had Red... It was actually pretty solid. Can't complain with Red Rooster. And it's a sponsor of the club as well. So Red Rooster... Big W's for Red Rooster. Second quarter's about to start. Second half's about to start soon. And there's only 10.5 minutes to go with the bidding. So if you guys want a chance to own this Guernsey, make sure to give your bids in the auction. Let's check to see how many...
Melbourne coming off a fantastic performance last week, but a loss. They began around 14-5 wins and 8 losses. 9 games left after today.
We have
ADELAIDE does have an extra game in hand
10 minutes to go.
over Melbourne, but the conditions are perfect.
If we outbid everyone else,
Cosy Pickett is fine after having
then
HIA test across
we'll do an overnight stream. So basically what that means is...
for Melbourne fans because he has been brilliant.
Spoke a little bit about
Shit, didn't mean to do that.
ruck
What that means is...
Adelaide and whether it was
Why the
attacking gone
fuck?
with Vincentini and Sweet. One of the other things that those two have done is actually go forward to be an aerial target
Yeah.
for their front half. So it's kept Stephen May and
What that means is, if you can go have a look here,
reason why they've been
the highest current bidded Guernsey is Haz's. So if we outbid Haz at 210, then and it stays that way, then we'll do an overnight. Because I don't know if there's something you get from being the most bidded Guernsey or anything, but if there was an award for that, then we'd get that. Anyway, second half starting. Who's going to win, Carlton or the Eagles? Well, give me a sec. I think Carlton by 50. As Fritsch with a good start, I'm really riding on the D's in this quarter. I really need them to do well. They've got to punch above their own weight. Why is Dixon's not top? If we can outbid Dixon somehow, that'd be crazy. We got to get Pommy and Oz back in here. Where the fuck's Pommy? He's behind. He's trailing. Do you think Richmond has any chance to beat the Bulldogs? Where's that game being played at? Probably go to that game if it's next week. Brayley Fritsch has nailed the goal. He's having an improved last few weeks, Bailey Fritsch, after a poor start to the season. He's kicked his first. Marvel Stadium. Oh, I don't think they have any chance, the Bulldogs. I mean, the Tigers, if they're playing the Bulldogs. He's going to come with a massive bid.
Well, I reckon Nathan Jones, the midfield
Well, he should be aware of it. If he's been bidding, I reckon this Rory and Pommy Nos guy, I reckon Pommy Nos guy obviously know who he is, but if they both go at it in the last 5 minutes here, hopefully Pommy Nos can actually end up winning it. It'd be pretty cool because he's a great guy. I wanna do more content with him. I actually think Pommy Nos might be my next stream guest just for a random game. Because I was asking you guys what stream guests you want to see. I might do Ryder Henchy next week. Yeah, a few others, obviously. Scoops won't do it. He just won't. I'll genuinely ask him if he wanted to, but he won't do it. They won't pick him, Mitch. Fuck Sam McCloy, he's an idiot. Doesn't have Max Holmes or Bailey Smith as A-graded. We'll discuss that a little bit later on, Sportsnut. I'm trying to sim AFL 26 to get a Saints premiership, and it's taking forever. That's why I said we're so shit. Well, we're still pretty shit. Unfortunately. Well, if I get Scoops on stream, he's probably going to have a cry at some stage and leave. Because he's going to be basically, if I get Scoops on, you just know it. As much as I'm not condoning any of this, you just know that Tyler and all those people, they'll join. And all they'll do is they'll just shit on him the whole stream. And we'll have all these mods trying to time him out and all that. Time those accounts out. And he's just not going to shut up about me trying to ban them when I'm trying to enjoy the game. So, yeah, there's no way I'd do it for a Saints game. I'd have to do it for a game I don't care about because I'd want to actually watch the game instead of worrying about the chat. Because that's all it's going to be. It's just going to be, Cardi, ban this guy, ban Tyler Nicholas, ban Fake Eagles John, ban all that. It's like, I get it, you don't want them there, but just making notice of it every single 10 seconds is just not making any better for yourself. Anyways, Pow Pepper streams it through the middle of the ground. He kicks inside 50. There's a running ball here, and Horn Francis McVee is definitely getting the free kick there. You need to get checkers on. I will get I will definitely get another stream going with Marmalade, Checkers, probably Shrey, all those people. Because the last time I did that, for some reason my graphics weren't working. Oh, Gorn's right there out in the open, and he's going to line up for a first and get me some fantasy points. Haz would be good. Yeah, I actually would probably get Haz on for a Hawthorn game, but I don't know when the next Hawthorn away game is. When do Hawthorn next play away? Because I'm telling him he can get content from it. Hawthorn play Freo at Optus round 18. Yeah, I'll probably get Haz on for that. I'll ask him. We'll see if he can get on. Max Gawn misses! Oh, not even just a miss, a bad miss. That was not even close. Get Davidoff on. I don't really like getting virtual guests. I like getting the guest in location. So if they... Yeah, probably wouldn't do that. I thought they said Tasmania would be a team in 20. No, they never said that. Ever. Never said that. Jeez, after talking about schnitz, I'm pretty hungry for some schnitz. 357 in the bidding, by the way. Do we reckon Pomino's going to get a last-minute snipe? He's going to snipe in the last minute, or are we going to get Rory to win the Guernsey? Need to get the stat check. Well, they are going to get on they'll get on one of my streams, but I'm not sure if they'll be getting on that one. Here we go. Melbourne have turned it on in this quarter. Cozzy. Oh, almost. Yeah, I think he thought he was holding, so he didn't go for it. Pominoz isn't going to put 400. I wouldn't have thought anyone's going to do over 200. a goal. Huge goal. Who was that?
This is exactly what they're doing. That defensive work was excellent. Port Adelaide tried to chip it around, went from end to end for the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Who actually kicked that? Hawks have North and Tassie. Yeah, but I'm in Perth, so I can't really do that.
Takes that contested mark, back in again. So they're really controlling the transition, the way the game is played early in this third quarter.
Disco Turner.
Port Adelaide.
Had a feeling it was him, yeah.
Across that half back line. Maybe, I think Dermot was saying earlier in the piece he thought Melbourne were pressing
2 minutes 14 to go on the bidding as well. I'm just going to keep a separate tab for that.
Stephen May, and it turned into a goal. But in many respects, this game has swung on clearance. And Melbourne have started this term stronger in that.
Chat, if you guys want the Guernsey, you've got 2 minutes to do a last minute snipe. If you want to win this Guernsey. Say win it. It's kind of winning it. You win an auction, do you? You don't lose one. Well, you can lose one. Petrarca out of the middle. Rivers. Sparrow. Oliver to Gawn. Can Gawn get one for fantasy? Yes, he... Oh. No, he doesn't. Jesus. 2 behinds this quarter for Maxi.
Max Gawn has hit it and run and got forward, and that was his second shot at goal, and Oliver was involved in the handball chain as well.
It's 5-1 hit outs as well. Port Adelaide's away.
Stephen May was on his front.
Yeah, that is frustrating, isn't it?
Get around Max Gawn.
Rory is currently leading the bidding with 1:10. Can Pommy and Oz go the last minute snipe? Get Will Taylor on? Yeah, I might get Will Taylor on for a game as well, actually. Not sure if I get him over here. If I have to go up there for it, I'll see.
And with Gawn down there, maybe he's found the word. And there's the time to attack with Butters off the ground. And
Asmita Singhal. Thank you.
Pinballs around, winds. Liddy goes in. He's done some good things on debut.
34 seconds.
we got 2 of the big 3, Butters and Horn Francis, off the ground. So Melbourne should be going to work.
My big call might come true. If he does come true, I'm avoiding that stupid Frankson. Not Frankson, sorry, the Telstra stream.
There's Elliott, who's had some strapping placed on him. Hugh Jackson is the son
You're going to bid?
who hasn't
You've got 9 seconds.
Port Liddy bounces away
6,
from him.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stopped. So has Rory...
It's going to Port for a dangerous tackle, and it's going to Liddy.
Yep, Rory's won it. No one did a last minute bid.
Back to the pack by Melbourne's pressure. Haven't had an effective disposal inside their forward 50 in this term. Port Adelaide.
Just got tackled and twisted.
So the highest was actually Hazard's. Did anyone do a higher one than that?
Wrong with it, but gee, they tested it out there.
Good kick to Powell Pepper. He's been clean off the boot, Liddy. And then Burn Jones.
That's better.
Burn Jones, who kicked a goal from a similar spot earlier in the match. Georgiades.
Porter so bad. You always say that, but yet they're winning by 10. They haven't had a good quarter though. Congrats whoever Rory is. Good stuff. Cheers for helping out. I kind of want to Pommy Oz to win that, but maybe he didn't realise. Oh, you got the spoon.
Hasn't had a bad day at the office. 4 goals, 2. Mitch Georgiades. This not
Georgiades is lining up for goal number 5.
acute angle, 25 metres out.
Misses, but not a bad effort.
Bad attempts.
Who's winning between Richmond and the Bulldogs? The Bulldogs, I reckon, by a good 75 points. It's at Marvel.
One of the great debuts of all time.
They're winning that by a landslide, aren't they? I might go to that game, to be honest.
Finey picks it up.
I'll stream Thursday night. I'll probably stream Friday night, and I'll probably go to that game.
Options are plenty.
Lever.
2 combined to mess it up. Lever goes wide. Melbourne, maybe it's worked
The last time I went to a Richmond game at Marvel this year, though, was the Gold Coast game, so who knows.
and he gets himself a free.
I think there's some content to do for that game. Every time now I go to the footy, even if it's not YouTube, I think of something content orientated all the time.
So Melbourne just a little bit hesitant here at the moment. Kick further afield. Melksham off his body.
Isn't that when you went to Frankston and did something? Yeah, that was for that game.
They've got players right out on the fat side, tried to open up as much of that space through the midfield as they possibly could. Port Adelaide did well to defend that.
So Visentini and Gawn. Visentini.
Gawn's got to find the big sticks because he's had shots inside 50 here for the D's. Van Rooyen, who's been busy, he's kicked a couple. Tries to extract it, he doesn't. We haven't seen a 100-point win for any side this year. The biggest margin actually was the last game last night, or in the Twilight fixture with, I'm pretty sure Essendon Geelong with the biggest margin all year, 95 points. We normally see a 100-point margin every year, so I feel like West Coast and North would be pretty happy that they haven't been on the end of a 100-point smashing. Same with Richmond, but it could be next week. Very well could be. Could even be next game if West Coast play like shit. Because they always play like shit against Carlton. That should be ball, but it isn't. Fritsch, can he get the contact on? Fritsch tries to beat Burton. He picks it up. He takes it out.
He's no good. And with Turner down there, the 3-on-3, it might just cut out those intercept marks. As you said, if Aaliyah goes off...
I know it's mid-season, but normally by now there'd be a 100-point win.
That's the best he could do. They're one man down there.
And I tell you what, I've seen Aaliyah play just about every single game. It takes a bit for him to be sore and injured and properly.
So D's press a little here.
No, Dogs Essendon wasn't the highest score. Essendon have lost by 90 points a couple of times this year now. You're working 9 to 6 tomorrow. Yeah, but you're getting money, so you wouldn't be complaining ultimately. The thing is, right, if you don't enjoy what you're doing when you're working, that's different. What I'm doing, I'm enjoying. So I put more effort into what I do to hopefully in turn make more money from it. Whereas if you're not enjoying what you're doing at the moment when you're working, it's a bit different. You haven't got the motivation to get up in the morning for it. Yeah, I know. The highest score was the Adelaide v Essendon one. I went to that game, actually. That was the game AFL Tube streamed. So I reckon I'll definitely do another one as Jack Viney with the glove there. Lines up for 3 Melbourne goals in this third quarter. And it just clears the line, I reckon. The goal umpire looks like he's a bit in... Not very confident, actually. Thinks it's touched. Oh, it definitely is touched, actually. Didn't even need a score review for that, realistically. Well, I don't really know where there's Guernsey now anymore. I could probably have it hanged up there or something like that.
Jack Viney knew, he didn't have the range. He knew it wasn't a goal. So they set up quickly. It's a great battle this between just there's so many great.
How do you bid? It's too late. I'll unpin the message now because it's too late. Rory won it with $170 for my Guernsey, so it was like third or fourth most amount. I think it was more than Charlie Dixon's, if I'm not mistaken. I could run through the top 5 if I can. I've got the link with me. I don't know if I do. North have been improving footy flicks too. You're not betting North by 100 next week. Well, not with how North have been playing as of late. They'll make things hard for you because you weren't even that good against Adelaide. I reckon North Melbourne could actually beat you guys if you played that way against the Crows. Like, you still won, but it wasn't convincing. Port Adelaide inside 50, and look at that. It's Georgiades again. Mitch Georgiades has kicked 4 goals, 3, and he's lining up for number 5 with still halfway to go in this third quarter. He's completely dominated this game for Port Adelaide. He's the reason why they're in front. Him and Horn Francis, to be honest with you, Horn Francis has been everywhere. And when are you getting buzzing? Well, not yet. I already said when I'll do it beforehand.
6 marks inside, forward 50. He's kicked 4-3 and he's dropped a couple. So he's been a handful.
Should kick this.
Exactly spot on as you said, Jared.
Far out, he's missed it. So he's kicked 4-4.
That's his problem at the moment. He doesn't know whether he's swinging them left or right. He needs to do some work
And that one was wasn't a hard one.
to this point in time.
Pretty bad miss. G'day, Sarah.
4 goals for him is about the lowest outcome that he could have had from the opportunities today.
2 behinds for Port in the 3rd term. Hard ball to win on the wing.
Yeah, probably sports nut. Kind of like our season, to be honest. If you've got 5 wins still at this point in the year, pack it up. So basically, it's the same with Carlton. 100% their season's done if they lose against the Eagles. And any team that loses against the Eagles really shouldn't be making finals. So we shouldn't be. Because, like, do we all think West Coast win another game this year? Because they really should have won last week. As JG's becomes a rookie member. Thank you. You're a good man, Jake. Actually, that reminds me, I can gift a few more memberships later. No, thank you, JG's. I have a fucking members video I need to get out soon, actually. It's time to edit that. It's really the issue. Hopefully I can get that one out soon. Fritsch is there. Fritsch still finds the footy. Out of bounds, so... I feel like they will, Lockie, because I'm sure there'll be one day where they're a little bit off. Another side really needs to get a win. It's hard to see you losing another game with how you played. I think, Lockie, I'm being serious. You are the best team in the competition. You're better than Collingwood. I think Collingwood are very good, but I think you just have a little bit more class. Ultimately, like when... And then you beat Collingwood when you played them last time round. So that was a really good game. So I think you were just a slight bit better. And you'll be better for the future as well. Because you've got a lot of youngsters. Whereas Collingwood have a lot of older, aging players that probably won't be there for that much longer. Yeah, but that video I sent you, Lockie. That video with Owen. I randomly watched that like last night and I couldn't hold myself laughing. I'm like, fuck, I have to send it to someone. That's a funny video.
Sweet ahead of Van Rooyen. Rivers fights for it hard. They go in hard.
That's hilarious.
All of that.
Well, they've dropped Bergman at the present time. He's had no injury.
GWS could beat Geelong at NG, but other than that, they probably won't lose.
So Windsor clears the congestion. Up goes Belcher. That's a good grab.
Geelong probably don't lose to Brisbane because Brisbane never beat Geelong at GMHBA. They'll make it close, I reckon. It won't be a smashing. It'll be a free kick here to Fritsch. For whatever reason, is it like chopping the arms?
Just a little bit of a drag over the shoulder right at the end. So just down
Bit soft, I feel.
Frisch, like all good forwards will, made a little bit more of it than there needed to be. Probably didn't lose his feet from it, but let himself go to ground and was rewarded.
Why do Essendon play Gold Coast at 12:35 in a few weeks? That's a very early. Very early. I think we might lose to North and Marvel because North could very well beat Geelong at Marvel if they just have a really good performance. As Fritsch kicks it, he kicks his second. And they'll win this quarter, you'd think the D's now, which means it all comes down to the last, and I need them to win the game. So it's actually been all Melbourne, realistically, on the scoreboard. It's been 3 goals, I think, to 0. 5-point margin. It's a good game of footy here. I've actually been picking the good ones. Last night was good against Free North with Marnie. And then the last game I streamed was Melbourne Collingwood. That was a really good game as well. So I reckon I've picked the good games to stream this year. I haven't missed out on too many shit ones. When does Rory get the footy jumper? Well, I don't actually know. I think Matty Knight, the Nightmare, sorts that out, and then I just send it to him. So, yeah, unless I somehow get robbed in the next 48 hours, this will be going to Rory. You were going to bid on it? Should have bid on it. Pommy Oz, I wanted him to win. And May gives away a free kick to Georgiades. He's going to have a 9th shot on goal. He's bloody should be lining up for his 7th. Georgiades should be lining up for his 7th. He's had so many chances. He had another chance where he dropped a sitter as well. Missed the last one badly.
You can't win by too much these days, can you?
It was $170. So if you were here 15 minutes ago, because the thing ended at 5, I would have wanted you to win that. And he's put it through. So the Power get one back. It's an 11-point margin. Georgiades kicks 5. It's been a big round for the tall forwards, to be honest. Georgiades freaking 5 goals. Jamie Cameron 6 goals. Shannon Neal kicked 4 goals as well. I thought he was really good. Because I did watch a lot of that Geelong v Essendon game before the North one. Who else kicked bags? Cadman kicked 5. 6 goals to Jesse Wait has the bid ended. Yeah. Well, I was talking about it on the stream, but the people that wanted to bid have kind of missed out. Still, though, of all the bids, I was one of the higher Guernseys. There were some Guernseys that didn't even get bidden on once. So I don't know what happens there. Do they just burn the... No, they wouldn't burn it. Probably just... I actually don't know what they would do. If not a single person's bidded on the Guernsey, what do they do with those ones? Willem Drew kicks it off the ground. In all fairness, though, how many goals will Sam Darcy kick next week against the... Oh, great tackle, Salem. Should have been ball. I'm glad that I tipped the Giants, though. Who else tipped the Giants this round? Not many would have. You should have bid at a cent. Nah, but the starting amount was $100, so it's not like you just... I'm sure anyone would have just bid at $1. Tom McCarthy isn't the sub. Good. So I've got a few fantasy plays in this game, and I reckon they've all done shit. I really feel like they've all done shit. Let's just take a look. I'm not looking forward to this. Gawn's my captain. He's probably not even on 70. Gawn has 136, so he's on 68. If he can get over 110, I guess I'll take it. Rosie 77, Langford 38. Hugh Jackson 0. What the fuck? Petrarca 64. Is Hugh Jackson the sub? I don't know if he's just... He must be the sub. How's he got 0? Fucking hell. Well, look, I'm not that annoyed because he's my, like... It's the best 18 for fantasy, and he was just the guy that I needed to get something. As long as he scored something here. Petrarca, he's in my team. He goes a quick snap. He kicks it to... Who's that? Who's got it? Sparrow, I think. Saints are the best team, but it's his... Well, I wouldn't say they're the best team. They're my favourite team. Tom Sparrow, he's going to... This is such a good game of footy. He's fucking missed it. Oh, my God.
This is a great handball by Daniel Turner. I reckon that one there should have gone straight to Van Rooyen running directly at goal. Christian Petrarca.
Few bad misses in this quarter. May with a good climb on Bergman. Should be a Melbourne quarter win, though. I'm hoping. Unless Port get a few late ones, which would be really annoying. They shouldn't, though. What's your score? I mean, she's a 131. Nasai Wangney Miller 128. Lockyash 112. Holmes 131. Clark 40. I reckon, genuinely, if I would have not captain Gawn, my score for round 14 is 1695. With to Mark DePetty, with Gawn as the captain, which pissed about a little bit, but as long as he scores a bit more than Sherry, then I'm so happy that I traded in Max Holmes this week. That was my best trade of the week. He is an underrated fantasy player. I don't think many people have him. Petty takes a strong mark. He's a shitty forward, but he's been alright this year. I think he's been better than what some of the critics have been saying. 2:20 on the clock. Harrison Petty misses, so maybe not. Really bad kicking from Melbourne in this quarter, realistically.
Harrison Petty and Tom Sparrow, South Australians with a few family in the house with the last 2 shots. See the doctors just run out to Aliir. Still on screen. They have wasted 2 big chances there. Rosie toward the wing. Early flyers go.
2 minutes till the quarter ends. Gawn, genuinely just get as much of the footy. Gawn needs like a 50-point fantasy last quarter I reckon, for Melbourne to win this. Because they rely on him a lot. Rioli drops it. It's going to stay in here. Butters, good tackle. Sin kicks it high. Minute 35. It's a hot footy. Butters wants a free kick. It won't be given to him. Viney. Great tackle on Pickett as they get it back out. Aliir goes short to Farrell with a minute 20. And he plays on. And he'll find May, I reckon, and he takes a specky. Should go to Gawn, and he will. So Gawn will get 6 there. May's been Melbourne's one of their best. I reckon he'd been their best 3. And it'll be a free kick to Van Roy, who's also been pretty solid. He wouldn't be in the best 3, but he'd been the best handful, I reckon. Van Roy goes to the leading target of Daniel Turner. He'll swing it around. Langdon, Fritsch. It must be cold. There are a few in the long sleeves here. Clayton Oliver. He's kicked it straight to a player in the square. Farrell again. 25 seconds. And Jordan Sweet plays on to Pau Pepper. He gets caught, but he gets rid of him. Gives it off. Shocking handball. Lever. Burgoyne. Viney. Pau Pepper. Good tackle with 9 on the clock. Cheers, Aaron. 50. No chance. That's the 3rd goal they'll concede late in the quarter for Melbourne. Really bad because first quarter they had a shot on goal with the siren. Second quarter they had a shot on goal with the siren. Third quarter they're going to have a shot on goal on the siren. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. Port are going to have 3 chances at goal on the siren. Melbourne have been a lot better this quarter, though. So they've won the quarter, but they've got to win the next. Well, they kicked the first 2 after the siren. Can they kick 3 after the siren in a row? They can. They bloody can. That fucking hurts. That really hurts. You'll be in t-shirt and shorts for the Perth trip. No, I won't. Melbourne's goal kicking costing him 3 weeks in a row. Yeah. Max Gawn is now on 78 fantasy, so he's kind of risen there. He's not been terrible. I don't think he's been as bad as I was saying before. Rosie 83, all right. Horn France has been good, and so is obviously, what's his name? Georgiades with 5. So 3/4 time here at Adelaide Oval. It's a 15-point margin, but it's been better than what the margin suggests. I reckon this has been probably the second best game of the round. I reckon GWS v Brisbane, you take that one out. There have actually been some decent games this round when you think about it. Like, I reckon the shittest game of the round, I reckon for... Take bias aside. I know Hawthorn Adelaide was terrible, but it was at least close in the end. Bulldogs v St Kilda was just shocking, the whole game. The reason why the Essendon Geelong game wasn't so low is because I actually enjoyed seeing Geelong play clinical footy. That to me was enjoyable. It was quite free-flowing. They kicked a lot of goals. I guess the Bulldogs did as well, but it just wasn't maybe because I'm a Saints fan.
I found a job match on Seek that's perfect for little old me. Oh, yeah? Take the next step as team leader.
Yeah, I'll stream the next game, but we need to figure out as well for Carlton. What goal song for Carlton? So I could probably just look at the Instagram story really.
For the best job matches, and you shall find.
We need to raise the bar. We need to carry the weight of expectations.
Sweet Caroline espresso. I've done those before.
So we can fuel the fire. INC Sports Nutrition. Powering tomorrow, today.
I'll see some of the suggestions. We'll read some of them out. Dancing with the Devil, Something Blink, SSP Party, Party in the USA, Never Tear Us Apart, Wii Music, There's Nothing Holding Me Back, Viva La Vida, Ram Ranch, Not Like Us, Heat Waves, Glass Animals, I Love Rock and Roll, Thunder, Angles, Pump It Up, Studi's the Best, Enter Sandman, Shut Up and Dance, another one, Bites the Dust, Bananas in Pajamas theme song. Fuck. TV off for sure. What? Yeah, but it's got to work. It can't just be like a shitty song. TV off. I don't know if I want to do that one. Well, you'd probably still have to say Saints and Essendon. Yeah, but like it's, I don't know, I just feel like for a goal song though, like that part. Turn this TV off. Right. When's the... Fucking hell, guys. I've said it that many times. It's not this week. It's probably going to be next week. I've got to sort it all out. I get people are going to ask, but geez, it's annoying when they ask the same shit all the time. Can't lie, it really is, but that's fine. 5:25. Is my mum back anytime soon? Better be back soon because I'm bloody hungry. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that song to be completely honest, but maybe. Alright, next person to donate any amount and they pick a song, that'll be the song I do because then in essence I'll get something out of it. Why so many scarves? Because it's cool.
They are the most inaccurate side in the competition, and the side that they play against is the most accurate side. Goal kicking might cost them another win today.
Great start for him, and Cozzy Pickett out there in the middle again with Max Gorn. He passed the HIA.
Oh, it should be good, Luke.
For Melbourne fans.
5 goals, 4 though. 9 scoring shots is pretty solid. Well, you saw, yeah, I was sore in the game, which sucked. It didn't help. Like cramp was just the cramp. Everything was about cramp. Fuck's sakes, Melbourne! Did anyone else tip Melbourne, or was I the only idiot that did? Because most people would have tipped Port. So this would have been a very handy tip to get right.
Wobbly one, that'll do towards the wing. Petty's there. Burton tried to trap it. Grabbed by Turner. Came out.
Honestly, Melbourne need the first goal this last quarter.
Yeah, assisted a little bit. He did duck a little bit, but stand now. It was great work by Burton, who went to ground, but he snaffled the ball in and cleared it his way. I reckon Petrarca's just got to find some targets rather than.
Come on, Gorn, mark it.
Deserves that to hit. In the direction of Gordon Vicentini and to the stacked side of the ground. Maybe safety first. Port Adelaide with the lead. Melbourne.
15-point margin.
Brilliant third term, but could not translate that to enough goals to take the lead. But they were pressing big time. Lindsay, the sub is on. Hammered by
Lindsay's on. I don't have him in fantasy, luckily. When's that Jackman guy getting on? Oh, free kick against Zirk. Somehow, I'll take it because I'm a Melbourne fan this quarter. Big Melbourne fan. Not a mark to Melksham. We're going to be out of bounds. I've got a really good song. Well, donate $1 and I'll pick your song, Sarah. Or PayPal me $1 and say it or whatever. If you want to do PayPal, because that technically is better.
So Melbourne pressing early in the last term. Vicentini and Gorn latch arms. Comes to Oliver. Oliver trying to break free. Hurried kick. Picked up by Richards.
West Coast game tonight. Yeah, later. Just the song for free. I'm not doing your song anyways, mate.
Quick movement. Quick kick towards Sweet. Chopped off by McVee. McVee does a little ring of Rosie. And then
Did I just see Zay in the fucking crowd?
Pickett at half back. He's going to go corridor. He's overclubbed it towards Oliver. Picked up by Burton. His hurried hands to Richards. Out wide to Mead.
Oh, poor bounce here. Bowie. Got to get rid of it.
Bowie by hand along the wing. Turner. Now the D's have an opportunity through Langford. Stops props. Gathered by Turner.
Turner gets caught. Petrarca's there. What a game. Good tackle, Pickett. Petrarca extracts it out. Bowie gets it from Chandler and he goes to Gorn and he's marked it. And he plays on. You don't see this very often. You should have taken a bounce, Gorn. He's never taken a bounce in his career. And it's a good tackle, Radagalier on Petty. You just did. Oh, Sarah. Oh, you have. Song A Decade in Blue. All right. I don't probably know it. I just don't remember the name of the song. Can download that. And wait, isn't that I'm Blue, Dab? But I've already used that song though. Pretty sure of you. I mean, we could do it again, but I've already used it. Unless you want to do another song. Is that the one? I think it is. Didn't know that was the name of it. Actually, I know I did know. Now I think about it. So 72 plays 60. 74, 60. Good May.
He's taken 3 great marks in the second half.
Carlton Hawthorn was when I used it. On my way, on my way. That's a shocker. You can choose another one. Surely for the game that we have, we get. I think Sunday 3:20s. Everyone's at footy. Rivers off. Can they sub on that other guy for fuck's sakes? Jackson's got 5. He won't even score for me then.
Rivers would have gotten his career so
Jesus Christ, Horn Francis.
Squirts it wide. Gives Rioli some work to do. Rioli, can he pat it to himself? He was under pressure and out of play.
So it looks to me, Bucks, as if Ken Hinkley said, well,
I need my mum to come. I'm starving.
Rosie in. You go with your pick.
Genuinely.
I'll go with Rosie. Let's see who wins.
I'm fucking starving. Horn Francis going to the bench here. He's been just influential in this game. The pressure factor Melbourne's way, 242. Gorn wins the hit out. It'll be a high tackle. Definitely.
Melbourne, they have really come out to play. That's enormous, that number. Generally, that gets you a win if you're starting at
Oh, that might.
0 each.
Hello?
To Burton, to me,
Oh, thank you.
to Sin.
Huge.
Got a paddock.
Did she just come back now?
Ball, he finds Burton. He might be within
Yeah, right.
reach.
Okay, well, I can't have this on then.
The crowd sensing.
I just have this on.
Crowd willing him now.
Nothing better than a bag of these.
Goal scoring opportunities in the last couple of minutes, but this is a crucial shot at goal. It puts them out to a
Bit cold though, but that's okay.
hard to get back, so big moment.
Goals a bit hard.
Well, I requested food because she was out.
City struts. He's got plenty on it.
Missed
He's
it.
got enough. It's across the face. Matt's gone.
Oh, come on, Gorn.
Trouble now in paradise from
Give it to Gorn.
Bowie. Got it from Oliver. Hammers it away. Turner playing
Turner marks.
That's worked for them, this move. And Melbourne did particularly
I'll stream the other game, but I need to make sure Bitter has the graphics ready.
see Willie going through the protected zone, I think.
Doesn't know the rules.
Rioli gave away 50 there.
It's a big, big let off.
So Turner, who's got a decent boot on him towards the top of the square. Petty couldn't mark it. Zirk Thatcher.
Petrarca.
Pass it to Petrarca weaving through.
Fritsch.
with
Misses again.
coughs up another opportunity for the D's.
No, got out of jail there because I don't think Josh Sin realised that he was a left footer. He went
They've had a lot more scoring shots, I think, as well. They've had 2 more scoring shots, and once again they're behind.
nose, bar Josh Sin.
I'm pretty sure last week they also lost with more scoring shots.
Fan nose. Inaccuracy can cost you. It's been costing teams for
They did.
50 years. Bad kick and
Oh, actually, no. No, they did.
the debutant did extremely well there.
And also the week before that.
His body into Petrarca, who was coming at him. It's been a good debut. He's 23 years of age, so he's been around a while. Central District Sandford player, wearing that leg sleeve because of an injury to his leg a year ago as Georgiades' hands were strong.
No,
That's the way to
I just don't want the chips to get colder.
Got to come up at the footy.
Probing ball inside 50. No mark taken. Liddy up the ground. And they forage around and a ball up.
Huge responsibility for Petty. He's the deepest.
I wouldn't say they should have won against the Saints.
Matches off the ground. Van Rooyen's in the ruck.
So the ball comes out to Langford, who just skies a long ball. No mark from Sweets. Butters.
We won by 5 goals. We were better.
It's a chance to kick inside 50. Rioli lost sight of it. There's going to be a whistle. And it's going to
Free to Melbourne.
Van Rooyen.
Big call is still on.
Get back and contest there anyway.
Oh, no.
Had a crack at trying to turn the body and have a look at the ball, but
If Melbourne just win this quarter, they don't have to win the game.
So Petty.
My big call, I'll have 2 for the week.
Oliver's there to help. Two-man tackle takes it to ground.
it's interesting the flip between Rosie and Bergman. Bergman's now matched
Because I got the other game right, Essendon Geelong.
back flanker, and Rosie is running with Petrarca through the middle. So even though both of those positions look to have worked, Rosie in the middle is what Ken Hinkley wants to see.
Wide to Bergman, who barrels it. Hard one to grab, isn't he? Knocks it down in
Shit.
Lindsay.
Rioli. Oh, it's a good kick as well. Burn Jones kicks it. Yep. Far out. Porter just been nailing their opportunities. I don't think Melbourne are going to win this.
That was as fast as we've seen Willie move today. He saw
As much as I do want them to win, I don't think they are.
his outlets were, wanted to get the ball in his hands as quickly as possible. They're really tough ground balls to get clean when they're running away and spinning on it and look relatively flat. And the Port Adelaide crowd are thinking there might have been a double free
It's just team first. Saw him. Great kick, great goal. Started with Wines, though. His bullocking work was...
I'm not that behind.
That was the second time that Salem had let Darcy Byrne-Jones
I would be a bit more ahead if the KO trick would actually work, but it's not working.
Back in the middle. Rosie and Sweet. Sweet and Pickett with a few choice words, and they go on with it too. As Viney plays on. Little chip kick in the Sparrow direction. Through his legs.
Get there, Viney.
Through his legs. Then Viney over the top. Under pressure, Lindsay on the ground. Then Liddy taking...
That was a poor handball. You don't reckon Salem's AFL standard?
It spins out. He grabs it. Releases. It's a huge battle in the middle at the moment.
He's had a poor game.
Or is it ball?
Free kick.
He hatched it. According to the umpire, Langdon.
Just find Gordon or something like that.
Will he pump it to the top of the square? You bet he will.
He will.
He's kicked it in high for a screamer.
Fritsch.
Or a crummer. Fritsch is the crummer, but he dropped it into his tackle. Umpire cuts
Oh, they've got it out here.
Darcy Byrne-Jones to Rosie.
Rosie. Good work. Good work, Howes.
Wings are about to pump it back inside 50. He chips it wide. Big fisted Burgoyne. Put his heart and soul.
19-point margin with 11:30. And
To hold up, you get these situations in games where the opposition are making a little bit of a run at you. They get some field position, 3, 4, 5 inside 50s in a row. You need to be able to hold up.
a decent to kick a goal from this bit of play, I reckon.
But this is just a great game. So many great one-on-ones.
Spills out towards Pickett. Burgoyne interrupts. Drew. Bergman.
I don't like eating on stream, so I'm going to have the burger after this stream.
On the throat of Bowie, who sends it back towards the top of the square. Hasn't this man been good?
Radaglia has been awesome. I only said, yeah, 8 already. Intercepts. Almost a record.
To Burgoyne to steady the ship for Port.
Nah, that's all right, Mr. Flying Pies.
We've got a lift for Melbourne there. Cossie's got to find a way to get involved.
Gone. Yes.
Been great all year. Maybe on track for his 8th All-Australian. Only 6 have ever been 8-time All-Australians.
Let's see. Gone now has...
Here's one of them. Nathan Buckley with us, the 7-timer. And if he can't
He needs to have 120, I reckon, to save his score.
got some superstars.
He's on 97. Horn France is injured currently.
Fritsch off hands, couldn't get there. Darcy Byrne-Jones did. Quick fire to Rosie.
Free kick to Port.
Will it be advantage play?
D's had a big not really.
And Jason Horn-Francis has run off the ground, so we'll see
Burger Urge.
the latest is there with Mark
Burger Urge or Burger Edge?
going down the race, Hilly.
The highest scoring player will probably Smith that I have.
Jason Horn-Francis.
I think he got like 139.
Connor Rosie with the free kick.
He'd be the highest scoring player of the round, I think.
Kicks to a 2-on-2. Gawn wrestles.
Oh, come on, Gawn.
Of it fell to May. Langdon takes on his man, gets it back
Gawn
to
gets a
Gawn,
handball.
hands Petrarca. Windsor up against the
It's basically the Max Gawn show. Because he's my captain, I care more. Bro, you go to Schnitz and don't even get a Schnitzel. I got other stuff. I just don't want to eat it on stream because I'm trying to watch the game. I'll just have it afterwards.
Bergman punts it wide. Maxi Gawn, dangerous man to kick it to. Byzantini did well though.
Have I done thrill of it? No, I can do that though if you want.
It's been good. He's,
Searching for the thrill of that one.
you know, whether it's in the air or on the ground, you come out against absolutely the league's best.
From the flick down.
Gone again.
Gawn trying to get a kick.
Gone. Another kick. Fuck yes.
Got it. But here's Rosie, captain to captain.
Don't care if the he's on to 100 now.
Checked out, I've been told.
He should be on more. I swear he got another kick away.
Rosie. Just outdances Fritsch on the mark and goes short.
No, 100.
So Farrell, a little bit
It's almost like I care more about that than the actual result here.
Georgia
I do care about the result. I care about the big call more than the actual tip, to be honest.
and a sky ball from Howes in desperate
Because it feels like the margin's not 19, but it's 19. Time's becoming a factor now for Melbourne here.
No way to
Because they've been actually pretty good in the last 8 or so weeks. They got those wins, and now they've just been really inaccurate in these games. That Gawn's on 103 now.
Position pressure because it will have its moments, but it seems that Melbourne's still unable to take the confidence of holding the ball, maybe taking a tackle.
More stoppages as well. Thrill of It by Wiz Khalifa.
And they have got some players
I think it's the one that Sarah was, yeah.
who could play that game if they wanted to.
Gawn again.
Slaps it in a Pickett territory, but well played by Farrell.
Stays in, but it'll be another stat to Gawn, I would have thought. Yep.
Sam Powell Pepper's eyes were like dinner plates, and
I'm not sure why the free kick was a... Why was that a free kick to Melbourne?
they're going to try and open up this ground here, even if they go the long way. But down the line, long down the lines, isn't getting it done for Melbourne. And McVee does exactly that, Jared.
They need a goal in the next 2.5 minutes, I think, Melbourne. Because there's still plenty of time, I still reckon. But if Port get one here, it's going to be tough. And that's another one here for Georgiades. So he's had plenty of chances. This is for his 6th.
So Zach Butters normally goes around the body, and he can go on at any angle. Think Matt Suckling from the Bulldogs back or Hawthorn back in the day. He can go on any angle, but that there was absolutely placed
Hey, the big call still could be on.
where Georgiades wanted it. The
What do you mean you don't? No one eats burger and chips with cutlery. If you eat a burger and chips with cutlery, you're an idiot. Like, I'm concerned for the people doing that.
As Mitch Georgiades, he's kicked 5-4. No better time.
Yep, he's kicked his 6th. And people might reckon that could be it. You fucking LAL. After tipping the Giants, having one of those weeks, I've still got 2 tips wrong. You don't eat a steak with a knife and fork.
this is almost a snapshot of the game.
I'm talking to you, Oliver.
Intercepted, went long down the line. The old LDL, but it got turned over, and the other end of the ground.
I wasn't talking about you.
Connect so much better.
Oh, what do you mean you don't? Oh, someone else? He's talking about the other guy. Oh, fucking cutlery, schmutlery. Should I get the max score? He's on 104. He needs 100. If you get 120, I'd be happy. Mitch Georgiades' career high goals are 6. Georgiades was 6. Who else kicked 6? Cameron kicked 6. And Hogan kicked 6.
such a difficult matchup out of the goal square.
Been promising this type of game for a while. Mitch Georgiades, an all-time high.
It's been a while since we've had a few players kick 6 in a round. Georgiades going to kick his 7th. Yeah, well, game's over now. He's going to kick his 7th. Fuck it. May as well kick 9 now. Fucking tip. What a mark, though. 7 goals, 4. Jeez. Yeah, it's game now. But it's not been a terrible game. If it blows out, it blows out. But it hasn't been a terrible game. And Porter looking okay now. Good form after the bye. He's kicked this one for his 7th. 7 goals for Mitch Georgiades. With 7 minutes to go. Fuck, I just realised I don't want that to happen, though, for my big call. No, I really don't want that to happen.
And then amongst the arm wrestle have gone bang, bang, bang in the last 8-9 minutes. And Georgiades has been a thorn in Melbourne's side throughout the evening and just continues.
Melbourne is going to be... Maybe. I'll have to figure it out, I guess, with our next game. I actually kind of want West Coast to beat Carlton. That'd be quite funny.
Big Max to the deck, and that was just good body work. And that wasn't such good body work. Jason Horne-Francis reappears. Keep on the rooms. So Melbourne now on the ropes as Varney's grabbed.
Well, they're certainly on the ropes. I don't know. I mean, if Georgiades does kick like a massive back, because I think my big call's screwed. What would need to happen would be if, realistically, the D's kick. 3 in a row here in 6.5 minutes. And even if they kick 3 in a row, they're still down by 2 goals. They're trying.
He's got Lindsay, some fresh legs running beside him. Centering ball, Van Roy. Oh, up they go.
Good fly. Oh, it won't even be a goal to Fridge. I thought he got hands to that.
Well, this might be his finest game for Port Adelaide. There's the big jump.
Almost got his hands to it. Fridge would have got that goal. Unfortunately, he doesn't.
That was realistic. We can't take that out of the game. Stop players for just jumping to marks like that. It's the best part of our game.
It might have been a hands in the back free kick, but it wasn't an unrealistic.
I think it was paid hands in the back, they said.
If you're watching for a little touch of hands in the back, that's got to allow that.
They allowed that. That should have been a mark.
We all played a long time.
Do you reckon they should have played that one on? Because I do.
But still, that's the last thing we want out of our game, the screamer.
Agreed.
Lindsay around his body, and that's
Not looking good here. 6 minutes to go. I will stream the second game, so for those wondering.
It was tipped before it got there, so I don't know how you're supposed to read that.
It's been a powerful display by Port Adelaide. We know the troubles they've had early in the season, but this is a really impressive win on the back of a really impressive win by Ken Hinkley and his team.
So Rosie or Powell Pepper deflects off his boot. Virtually a kick backwards in the end.
5:40. Viney.
Out to
Chandler. Maneuvers, winds.
Ran into a bit of a predicament. And Lindsay having to do a 180
Lindsay to the sub.
kick towards forward 50. Petty.
Can Melksham get us something here?
Melksham harassed out of it.
Burton. Oh, was that deliberate?
Hoping for sin, it went out and a ball in.
That was an interesting one in terms of.
How is Dwayne Russell a crybaby?
Led with the head and dive to the ground ball when Radigalea was coming in. You're going to have that incidental head contact at times.
3 home games in a row for Port. They've got Sydney here next week, and then Carlton here the week after that.
Why do they have 3 home games?
France fitness is going to be key if Port are going to get a run going. Darcy, Burn,
If Port Adelaide somehow make finals, I'll be actually kind of pissed off. Had them 14th heading into the year. It looks like a good call now, but maybe not. They looked terrible though before the bye. Sure, they haven't revived the season. Come on, Gorn. Yes. Oh, he's kicked it straight to Port Adelaide though. I'll be a free kick to McVie. Well, never say never. I wouldn't even rule them out completely out of finals, to be honest. He's on 120 now. Pretty good, actually. Just how many fucking in the last? He's had, just want to check. 42 in the last. I said he needed a 50-point quarter, but we got a 50-point quarter and they'll still lose. Should I read out Port Adelaide's next 10 or whatever they've got left? I think they've got 9 more games. They have Sydney at home, Carlton at home, Brisbane away, West Coast at home. I reckon they can win 3 or 4 there. They can beat Carlton, they can beat Sydney, and they can beat West Coast. They got Hawthorn at UTAS. They got the Showdown, and then they got GMHBA. Then it gets hard for them. So they've got to realistically win then at least 3 or 4 their next. Gawn gets another mark. This is really good from Max Gawn. This is extremely good. This is exactly what I needed. He's saving my fantasy score here as the captain. Kick it back to Gawn. Could go forward and get a goal here. He could really make it.
Oliver kicks it to the hot spot. 3Ds at the front. Fell to Fritsch. Threw it on the boots. Bergman replies in kind. Gains a lot of ground. It's going to spiral out towards the boundary.
Barclays commentary is so anti-Port. I definitely notice commentary a lot more when I'm not streaming, to be honest.
So Ken's got something to smile about.
When he gets that little grin, you know he's happy, don't you? It's very distinctive.
I'm checking my score now. It has to be high, a lot higher than it was before.
Will he be employed in September? Port Adelaide have kept their options open to play in September. Oliver flicked that away.
free kick to Georgiades somehow. 1853 is my score. A lot better, actually. I'm happy. Hopefully, in the last game, we can get something decent from McCarthy. Someone tell me what Fritsch has done this year. Better. He's been okay the last 2 weeks, I thought. He's had some bad mistakes, though, in games. Last week, especially. Can he get his 8, though? Because I'm now waiting for the next game for the Charlie Kerno 5 here.
So Sweet fisted out of midair. Georgiades almost there. Bowie races around him. Leaves D50. Turner, Melksham, and then Radagalier, who may have had the best game of his career.
Radagalier has actually been so good.
The coach loved it.
Coach made a big move at the start of this year, and that was to
I'm back. Please shout out. Maybe I'll say your name. Said it before. Sita Singh. Girl. Asmita Singh girl. Turner pokes it. Good mark. Melksham marks it. Max Gawn is now on 124. So he's actually on level with Georgiades here. We'll see who has more.
Finlayson did the job that day, but pretty much hasn't done it since. Melksham. For a consolation prize.
Misses it.
Ups it along.
Oh, it's a mark to Petty.
Good grab.
Shouldn't miss it from there.
great grab, and it's probably just shows that Melbourne see in Harrison Petty. He did it for
Maybe Brian will have Petty should kick this, I would have thought. Just the run around snap.
nearly there, but not fully there.
Yeah, they won't get the big prize. Melbourne, but
He's kicked it.
have a choice from the
Wouldn't matter much though. Could they still possibly win the last quarter?
Cosy Pickett's game's an interesting one. Only 14 touches and 3 goals at halftime.
No.
We did have a look at halftime. We thought he might have got a knock of some
Only
sort.
61 in
He's
chat.
got 2 touches in the second half and no scoreboard impact. So that's a chalk and cheese type situation there.
Well, he's the polish for their midfield. They've got a lot of midfielders who, they're just
There'll need to be 7 more goals to beat the record.
and physical players, but their skill level
What
isn't,
record?
top shelf. But Cozzy provides the
Georgiades could have had 11. He could have had 10 though.
next 3. They'll take the bye.
Season's definitely over now for Melbourne, but they haven't been that bad.
So it was Port by 4 goals at half.
I don't think they'll beat Gold Coast away, nor they will beat Adelaide away. I wouldn't have thought.
Back to a 4-goal buffer.
Gawn gets a few more.
And Petrarca. So often have they worked together.
I said if he got to 110, I'll be happy.
Butters.
He's going to get to 130 here. If you can get a late mark and a kick, that's 6. That's 135. It's a minute to go, though. See if they can get one to Gawn.
They're happy to play keepings off here. Burton. Less than a minute of play. Port to progress to 6 wins.
Probably won't start the next game stream till like 7 or 6:10. So it'll literally start when the game starts.
Lions will be happy
Haven't scheduled it yet. I'll schedule it, but not yet.
At times Melbourne have come hard, but Port have had the answers. Wines kicked down the line. That was a tired attempt from Windsor and Powell-Pepper. Had his name written
What
on
is
that runners were within 30 seconds.
Petrarca at 81?
Long
Langford got 52.
towards the pocket.
Not a mark to Sweet.
He marked an umpire. Thought otherwise. Handball inboard. Jackson.
Might be a late one here.
Mead throws it on the boot.
Mead misses. 9 seconds. That's it.
Minute goal, no it's not. So he's missed it to the left with the siren about to sound. The timekeeper's got his hands on the button. 25 points the margin.
So Port are going to win by 25. Pretty good game. Like, last quarter sort of blowout, but it was kind of in the balance for 3.5 quarters. And Georgiades kicked 7. And Gawn saves my score. So, thank you to Max Gawn for getting 126 there. which means that if I have a look at... Well, how am I doing this week against my opponent? Solid. I'm doing solid. Does he have any West Coast or... So if who's that? Tom McCarthy. If he gets 76 points, I do better than UCAT this week. Fucking Chris is doing better than me now. Anyways, yeah, I'll stream the Carlton v West Coast game after this. Probably should schedule the stream now, actually, so people can head over. So I'll do that before I end. Hopefully a better stream than this one. Better game. Even though the game wasn't terrible, but a better game for the stream. Oh, wait.
What's it like running around with Horn, Francis, Butters and Rosie? Yeah, big three. But yeah, the whole group's just amazing and loving it. 2 wins from 2 after the bye. What did Ken say at the halfway mark? Did you change anything? Yeah, well, I was fresh to the group, but yeah, he wanted us to be way more physical, and yeah, we brought it up the last couple of weeks, and yeah, it was good to get in on it. Is it much different to playing SNFL?
It's a West Coast Carlton.
Refrigeration. Plays in his first AFL game, and it's a big win for Manny Liddy. Nathan Buckley, what did you make of it?
Well, he looked really good.
Alright. Feel free to jump on the next one. Till then, though, you guys can check out my latest video. And, yeah, thank you all for watching the stream.